Alrighty, welcome back to another episode of The 12, our epic campaign of discovery and adventure across the continent of Corvair. And this story streams live Sundays at 6 p.m. Central here on Javelin Entertainment. And if you missed the last session, you can go check it out on the channel page or by clicking the link down in the description.
Last week, after passing an initial evaluation, the group started as certified pirate protegees and began to look for work around the ship, meeting many of the scallywags that called the ship home along the way. Clyde and Boko followed their nose, arriving at the cooking hut, where they tried to brew up some back-alley adult beverages for the journey. Sindri tried to remove the metal disc from off the ship, but was stopped by an angry octopus in his pirate transportation. After being put to sleep by the indignant cephalopod and cautioned by Cade to keep a low profile, in order to do so, Sindri went right back down to the jail cell and locked himself inside, tying himself in for good measure. Meanwhile, Roland climbed up into the crow's nest and found a quiet individual in a bird-like mask, while Boko tried to confront the man who took his knife, certainly obtaining his attention, but maybe not in the way he intended. Cade made some small talk with Iz to get some information, and Iz ended up asking about the Star Elves and bringing over Jasira and Tove. As everyone was drinking and talking, a storm came out of nowhere and overtook the ship. Iz quickly escorted the group down into the lower decks to stay out of the way as the crew jumped into action. The party continued to learn more about the crew and eventually get a full tour of the ship and her functionality, before Corwin gathered the crew together to prepare the pirates to be for the challenge that awaits them. How will this challenge go? Let's tune in and find out.
Alright, so as you all have gathered aboard the deck, there are some seagulls that are flying nearby, indicating that your quarry is certainly approaching, or rather that you are approaching your quarry. They have given you a tour of the various aspects, but we'll quickly go down the list and shift off where you guys can go. So there is the helm, which handles the navigation, which Cade had stepped forward to volunteer for last time. And in addition to that, there are the swivel guns, small range cannons that fire a sort of grape shot. There are ballista that look like large crossbows that are both on the second deck and on the top deck. There are what the position called nose divers, which are the entities or the creatures who strap themselves in and lean over the side of the ship with large polearms known as Leviathan's Bane to attack using melee. There are the bobbers, which are melee thrown weapons to try and keep the creatures from diving beneath the water. You can take aim or adjust the sails to try and support, or you can use the towers, which are mounted at the front of the ship and are used to try and keep the beasts from escaping, and can be used to reel them in closer. And you guys can indeed see that you are not too far away from this. And so as the ship lays out in front of you, if you guys would like to do anything, now is the time.
Just before we do anything, Boko, Sindri, no, I'm sorry. No. Sindri, Jasira, and Boko have aid. So
Sindri, Jasira, and Boko, was that... So I had that marked, and then I had that it had faded. Was that recast?
Yeah, that was... Yes. I cast it before we started it today.
It was like the last thing that he said last week.
Because it happened twice then, I guess.
Yes, it did.
Yes.
It happened before we went to bed, and then when I got my spells back in the morning.
Perfect. I missed the second time. But yes, I did.
Mid-storm and then pre-monsters.
Yeah, there was a lot going on.
Sounds good. Let's do...
So are we like approaching the creatures now, or are we a ways out?
Yes, they claim that you're approaching. Sindri, you have not seen any of these creatures, but they claim that you are getting close.
I spoke to a ballista.
Well, if we're getting close, let's see.
For the sake of the mechanics that you laid out, can you tell us what conditions we're in? Like weather, size of our ship, and the size of the creature we'll be fighting?
Yes, the size of the ship is gargantuan. The weather is calm, and you don't know the size of the creature yet.
Okay.
But it seems to be large. Well,
Cade
Big.
rolling a nat 20 on what the fuck we're hunting would relatively know the size of this whale.
That's right. I forgot to outline that portion. So yeah, Cade, you know that you are going after a cloudburst whale, which is typically on the size category of huge to gargantuan, depending on whether it's a juvenile or full grown. It also has certain resistances like thunder and bludgeoning, and immunity to lightning. And while it is typically seen as a passive beast, whenever it is aggravated, they will lash out with their tail, as well as they have a certain elemental energy and affinity for lightning that can cause area attacks as well.
Okay. So Cade will kind of like, okay, guys, look, we're going up against a really, really big, let's call it a fish, for you novices here. It's big, very large, it will shock you, so mind your P's and Q's, keep all limbs within reach, or you might get a little burnt. It's pretty hard to, it's got thick layers, so don't try to bludgeon it to death. Piercing's going to be more of your friend, and don't bother trying to use lightning or thunder. It's just not worth your time, because it'll just shock you right back.
Well, my plan is to hit it with the ballista.
That will probably work.
Aye. And Clyde's going to cast Mage Hand so that he can use that to pull the release lever after he's aimed it.
I will be here in the middle, away from the water, and I thought we said we don't get attacked by monsters all the time with boats.
Not all the time, just today.
Okay.
Maybe tomorrow, it
This
seems.
time
Sindri?
you're attacking the monster.
Yes, but we're hunting. And you're going to need...
on a ship? It seems fragile. And he looks around. I mean, it's only made out of wood.
It'll be fine. But you can't tie yourself to the mast, okay? We're going to need your strength.
Look towards the water. I feel very strong here.
Okay. Sindri, I want you to remember, you're safe. You can breathe in the water.
I can breathe in the water?
Yes, I cast air bubble on you, remember? I do it every morning while we're on the ship.
Oh yeah. I was wondering what that was.
You're not going to drown in the water.
Why don't we just tie him up, give him the spear, and just dangle him over the side?
I vote that is not the plan we go with. Don't listen to the other small one.
Perfect.
I mean, the small
Do
one.
that to
I'm not small.
Instead.
Now that's an
Tell you what.
idea.
Sindri, what if I made you bigger? Would that make you feel better?
I feel like the water is deeper.
Probably. I'm assuming we're fairly far out to sea and not in at all shallow waters.
Yeah, that would be a pretty safe assumption.
12 foot deep.
We wish.
You're welcome to try though.
You're welcome to lie to Sindri, too.
Sindri, I promise you'll be fine. If you end up in the water, we'll fish you out. But you're not going to end up in the water, okay? You can fight the creature from the boat.
Isn't the fish in the water?
It will be in the water, yes.
And we're going to be out of the water.
Well,
Correct.
Here's the thing. It's going to try and probably attack us, and then it's going to come out of the water. That's when you get it. You meet it halfway.
Why wouldn't it just leave? Why wouldn't we, attack it, and if we're winning, it just leaves, and if it's winning, we can't leave?
So, it's
How does
going
this
to
win?
try and run away. These creatures typically aren't aggressive until you attack first, but we're hunting for food and resources.
This is
It
the
is going to
challenge
try
the
to run away.
big boss put on us.
But there are
It's supposed
things
to
here,
show
and I'm
what
going to
we're
point
made of.
towards the towers and be like, if you hit those, you can reel the creature back in so it can't swim away.
Oh, that's pretty smart, actually. That's a good idea.
If you throw these and they stick into the creature, then it can't go further down into the water.
Oh. Can I have one of those?
Sure. You can do bobbers.
No, not the spear. The thing on the other end of it.
That's actually that's a valid question. Can we
Yeah, this isn't
Life jackets.
Can you what?
This isn't a stupid question here.
Oh, you want the actual bobber, the buoyant ball on the end?
Yeah.
I mean, you can tie one of the
strapped
bobbers
to his
up. There's
belt?
like 6 at each mast, so you can grab one and tie one to your foot if you want.
No, we're just gonna
That's a
stick him with
valid-
one.
Sindri is 100% taking one and tying it to his waist.
Yeah.
Sure, give me a survival check. See how good you tie it on.
Actually, I might have Cade do it. I'm not good with knots.
Cade, come tie this for
Oh,
me,
you're not?
please.
Cade
afraid
will
not.
go and tie it around Sindri's waist.
Okay, I feel better. And this makes it so I float, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It should assist with that.
This is way worse than my idea, guys.
And just for placement, so the towers, they're on the front. There's 2 of them on the very front of the boat on the prow. The swivel guns are basically at the 4 quote-unquote corners. So there's 2 at the top right and left and 2 at the back right and left. And then the ballista, there's 2 on the top deck on each side, and then there's 4 on the middle deck on each side. But they run
Okay.
perpendicular from the ship, just like cannons would.
Clyde's gonna go middle deck then.
I don't remember. What does unwieldy do?
It means you can
Only
only
make
attack
one
with it
attack.
once per turn.
Okay. So it means nothing to us level 4s.
Yes.
Cool.
But basically, this big giant weapon has a ton of drawbacks if you were to try and take one and run with it for the rest of the campaign, even though it does a ton of damage.
But is it still unwieldy when he's large?
No. Can you wield one in both hands?
Yes.
Oh, that's a good point. It should be 2-handed as well. You have to wield one in 2 hands.
Again, though, when he's large or huge, wouldn't it turn into just a normal sized spear?
I feel like yes.
I mean, potentially.
He already
What if I
has
was
a
using-
giant hammer that
Yeah,
turns into a normal size hammer.
That is true.
Yeah, so it's always sticking out with the handle out this way, kind of weighing him this way. If he has a spear that's sticking out this way and weighs him back,
Yes.
it kind of balances the load on the shoulders.
And then point of order, as Jasira and Clyde begin to go to ballistas. So Clyde, you're using Mage Hand to try and assist you. To operate Mage Hand, does it use an action or a bonus action?
Yeah, I was reading. It uses an action. It's not going to be as useful
So
as I thought
it
it was.
won't be too useful. So if you and Jasira want to go together, that's
To
probably the
operate
most
one? Yeah.
efficient. Or each of you could grab a crew member and ask them to assist you if you wanted to go. And then, so with that, are you guys going to ballista on the port side or on the starboard side? So on the left side or right side? Or are you guys going to one each?
I think we
So-
should go to 1,
Or just switch sides of the ship depending on
depending.
Yeah.
But
side the whale shows up.
So I was also going to actually offer that we take different ballistas due to the gem option I was going to use.
Yeah. You can certainly tell that to Clyde, and you can grab either Tove or you can grab one of the other crew members if you want.
Actually, Tove might be good. We've already talked to her. She knows what we're doing. She knows how we operate.
all right, you
Yeah,
told
so
get
she'll
that
kind
one.
of, yeah, she'll probably say, "How do we go for that one?" She'll just kind of point to the other side, and we can switch as we need.
Clyde's going to go look for Mr. Fuckboy himself.
You're gonna.
There's a couple
It's
of them now.
Yeah, I was
Which one?
gonna say you might have to be a little bit more specific than that.
Yeah, there's a couple of them.
Yeah. So you want Boko?
if we're thinking of the same one. Speaking of Mr. Fuckboy,
Is this the
Boko's
fuck
been-
boy? I can't.
Exactly. Boko's been watching the interrelational sort of communication between these pirates and has picked up something from Iz that actually seems to be almost like a hearkening of pirates. And so he's going to point at Egan.
The bottom
and
energy?
Yeah, he's going to go like this. And he's standing up by the towers.
Yeah, so the towers you can operate on your own.
But there's two of them.
Yeah, and so that's what I was about to say. So if you kind of like motion towards the second one, he'll kind of shrug and go up there with you.
Click him over, take your dagger.
So we have Tove and Jasira on a ballista. Clyde's on the other ballista with
Is.
Okay. And then Boko went up to the tower.
With Egan.
Okay. And then Sindri is... What is Sindri going to be doing?
Sindri has his bobber tied to himself, and he has one of the big giant spears, which is even more ridiculous as a small creature. This towers over him. It's like 25-foot spear and a 3.5-foot guy's arm. I'm ready.
I
an appropriately sized weapon.
We can tie
Clyde,
you to the
we've
mast, and you can be both moral and structural support.
Mm-hmm. Clyde, we've only slightly altered your original plan. He's still tied to the ship, and with a giant spear to hang off the edge. Only this time, if he gets eaten, the bobber goes boom.
No, but if he falls in, he's just gonna bounce up and down, looking delectable.
Yeah, exactly.
Sindri does not appreciate
the bobber goes
description.
boom, and we shoot the bobber where the bobber went down.
Okay.
Literally going fishing and Sindri's the bait.
To be I'm gonna go on the record and say I don't trust Roland to shoot anything. So
No. Roland has a knife, I think. We're fine.
Yeah,
he has a knife.
Roland isn't stepping to the ballista. He has stepped up to like the deck right below the helmsman and taking the position of basically like the first mate or the bosun.
Yeah, and we'll say for this, the Schult is gonna be able to stand in and assist with adjusting the sails until if and when Noah shows up for this.
All right.
He's just going to be like up on one of the top sails, and the fish is going to jump up, and his dagger is going to be out cutting a rope and accidentally slit the thing's throat and kill it.
Fumble and accidentally throw him and tink right in the eye.
My knife.
So, a little hand waving here. Cade will just ask however crew members she thinks is necessary to slowly operate the sails, because I'm assuming it's going to take more than one person.
Yeah, it's essentially to adjust them one increment, you're going to have 3 different people operating the sails.
Okay,
to get it in one turn. Or one round.
Cade will just ask like a couple of the people that she's been working alongside to man the sails as part of this hunt.
Alrighty.
This is a bad idea.
So we'll say
I'm
that
safe. I have my floaty.
we'll say that the like mermaid-esque woman, as well as another woman with blonde hair, humanoid. The two of them, Jade and Kahiri, will be operating the sails with the Schult. So the 3 of them will have that covered.
Okay, so we've got people on the sails. We've got one person on towers.
You got 2 people
Right.
on towers.
Oh yeah, 2 people on towers, so we're good on that. And
then you have Sindri, who's acting as a nose diver. You've got Roland, who's kind of helping here and there, and then you've got 2 ballista manned.
Okay. Okay. Well, what do you think? You guys think you can take down a cloudburst whale?
And with that, Cade, you catch the seagulls that are kind of hovering above the water, and you see displacement in the water, maybe a few hundred feet above. And we will go ahead and move you guys onto here and have people roll some initiative.
Muted. Okay, so right before this, can she pop one of her gems, Austin?
Yes, I did see that. So yeah, as soon as you move up to
Yes.
the ballista, as you see, as kind of Cade calls out that she can see it, you can go ahead and crush one. Which one are you going to use?
Yeah, she won't try to be like ultra slick or anything because she's prepping for battle, so she's gonna pop the little gem off her little red gem on her ring, crush it, and she will opt for that second option, which has gain advantage on all checks for a single skill for 1 day. And so we're gonna need to use some dex, I believe, for that.
So I think those are skill checks,
ballista.
not attack rolls. If I'm
Well, it says all checks for 1 skill. So would that not be dex related, or does it have to be like advantage?
let me check.
Alternatively, I'll take some more stamina just in case. That's the other option.
Doesn't look like the initiative counter's up yet.
Oh, Mobby. There we go. With a single skill. Yeah, so it's a skill, not an ability. So it would be something like perception is a skill, whereas dexterity is an
perception
ability.
may not be bad, actually.
So yeah, if you want to use it for perception or for another skill, it gives you that skill for the day, not dexterity for the day, if that makes sense.
Well, so would we need perception in order to aim for the ballista? Or would that be something different altogether?
You use perception for the take aim action.
I think we'll need that, yeah.
So yeah, you can use the take aim action, and then basically set yourself up with an advantage and a bonus to hit, and then you could fire on the next turn if you wanted. Or if you bring in someone else to operate the ballista with you.
Doing it with Tove, so...
Yeah, that's true. So you could use the take aim and Tove could fire it, and then you guys could reload.
That's what I'm thinking. So she won't be too slick. Just have the nice little ominous black energy burst from the gem.
How much do the bobbers weigh?
They're extremely light. They weigh maybe a couple pounds.
I'm gonna take a couple of those just to be safe.
Alrighty.
You can to yourself as well. I feel you.
Roland will also have a couple on his person.
How big are these things? How ridiculous do my party mates look like right now?
How big or what?
How big are these bobbers?
The bobbers are pretty large. Like they are, probably 1.5 to 2 feet in diameter.
Roland will pick up one.
Like they are hefty. Like they are made to keep large shark to whale sized creatures
got
up
these
on the
two
water.
things strapped to his back.
Like you can grab them and kind of like put them where your feet are.
Yeah,
but
I'm
these aren't
leaving
things that are on your belt.
Secondary, yeah.
Which means that we have Sindri with a freaking a ball that's half as big as he is strapped to his belt behind him.
100%.
Like talk about a bubble butt.
I am gonna quote you on this, DM. You said they're very light.
Yeah, they're like 2 pounds. They're not very heavy. They're meant to be they're meant to fly through the air after the javelin has impacted.
So another question then before we kick off. I see the arrow for the wind direction. The red lines are the sails, so we're currently perfectly aligned?
Yes, correct.
Okay. And then off at 45 will be half aligned, and in line with the sails will be poorly aligned.
In line with the direction of the.
Okay, so the red lines are the sails.
Yep.
Yeah, the red lines are the sails. If you're if the wind is perpendicular to them, we're perfectly aligned.
Yep.
If it's off at 45, we're half, and in line with it, we're poorly.
Correct.
What happens if it rotates around to the other end? Is that just another variation of poorly?
Oh yeah,
the sails are not designed to go that far. So it theoretically, as far as wind movement, you would still be half aligned. As far as the integrity of the ship, you would be damaged.
Okay. Well, I'm looking at the wind mechanics, and it seems perfectly possible for the wind to suddenly just flip to the other heading.
Yes.
Yes.
And then
if
it's
that
blowing you
happened,
backwards.
It would suck. But that's a thing that would suck.
Yeah.
Okay.
And does suck when you have sails.
And it doesn't necessarily blow you directly backwards, but it does slow you down significantly because the angle of the ship is what drives direction. It's just the propulsion is provided.
You
by the
can
wind.
go into a headwind, but it's a lot harder.
Yeah.
Go very slow.
Yeah, you have to tack back and forth.
Yeah,
It's good. We almost started with a wind change right off the bat.
Can Sindri start like in the front to see what's going on?
Yeah, you'll be able to move. Yeah, if you guys want to adjust your starting position, I just kind of tossed you in approximately.
Okay.
I don't see Roland on here. Who else am I missing?
Yep, sorry.
Clyde, Sindri. Oh, the Schalt. That's who we're missing.
Oh,
That would
I
be
think we
me.
have-
Is there like a nice spot in the front here that Sindri can tie himself to?
Yeah.
Tie yourself to?
You can be the figurehead. Just tie yourself to the figurehead.
If you're ready to tie, like, as in for the nosedivers, that is on the side of the ship. That is not on the prow. They have
The
them on the
nosedivers
starboard
aren't on
left.
the nose. Got it.
Yeah, nosediver
Okay.
as in your nose dives, not the ship nose.
I think the plan is we're going to try and turn to be broadside with this thing, right? We
Okay.
don't want to come at it head on, do we?
Theoretically,
So
that
there's-
is
Well,
how you
currently
want
the
to be.
sails will.
Yeah, we want
Adjust
to
us off
adjust
to the
so
side.
we can turn.
Well, our towers are. If we're aiming to have towers in this thing, we're gonna aim to be directly behind it, right? Once we sink these things.
If you want to attack with the towers, yeah, the towers are right out the front, and right now you are following behind it. So if you want to hit with the towers and bring it in, then that would come
We can
from the
bring it
front.
in
and then
and
you can
pin it with the
shift your.
bobbers.
But
Yeah.
essentially, what you can do is you can fire the towers, keep it where it is, and then spin the boat and broadside it. Is how it's quote unquote intended. But I think we have everybody in now. Cool. All right. And actually, let me go ahead and add in the ones that were pinged.
Sindri will also have a bobber or two ready to throw. Has the giant spear and a bobber.
Alrighty, there we go.
Yeah.
And
So, Roland, as we're setting up and discussing with Cade how she's planning to maneuver the ship, is just going to pull the Schalt to the side and just be like, "All right, I need you on this rope over here. When I give you the signal, haul away at it. It's going to pull that sail around." And it's just like basically walking him through all the. You figured it's someone a little more engineering, like the Schalt will appreciate knowing what the sails are going to be doing when he hauls on a rope.
yeah, absolutely.
How fast are we approaching it? Does it seem like we're gonna have like a round or two of moving around as we get close to it, or is it like
So if you zoom
we're
out,
about on
you
it?
should be able to see.
I can
but
see it, but I don't know the relative speeds of the two things because
Yes.
they're going in the same direction.
As
So
far
we
as
could
relative
be
speed,
like 10 minutes to catch it. So
yes. As far as
Round by
relative
round of
speed,
combat, 10
we
minutes.
will see right here as the wind does not adjust. But we will. Let me just label this wind.
I just want to know if Sindri should be tied to the side of the boat, if we can hang out in the front for a round or two and throw things. Or if it just seems really stupid and it's like 3 seconds from ramming into this thing.
I'll say most.
Throw a bobber, and then the wind carries it.
I think the idea is to hit it with the broadsides as we come across it, and then tow it in.
At least for right now, you've gone 5, 10, 15,
Well.
20.
Really, Sindri's probably just going to tie himself in immediately on the side of the boat.
Yeah, so you
If I
have.
tie myself in, can I go to the other side, or am I stuck on the one side?
It depends on how you tie yourself in.
I will be tied into the main mast,
Just so you know, with
like my original plan.
condition,
So-
it will be easier for us to turn left.
Yeah. Oh, then yeah. Do you?
If you tie
Iterate
yourself
that.
into the main mast, you're probably not going to be able to make it all the way to the front, unless you are tying
I have
yourself
a
at the end
60-foot
of it.
rope. I disagree.
So yeah, are you tying yourself all
turn
the way
that
at the
way,
end
yeah.
of the rope, just so that you have? So you're on one end of the rope, and you're tying to the central mast on the other.
I want to be able to reach the edge of the boat, so won't even need anywhere near that much, but like, I can have like 20 feet of slack.
Right, so you're tying yourself to the foremast.
Why not just? There's a railing here. Why don't you just tie yourself to the railing?
Because I don't know
And
what
it's
side
made
we're
for-
going to. And Sindri originally was planning to tie himself to the center mast.
The plan is.
Why don't you just tie yourself to Octavius and throw yourself overboard?
This is the side we're going to be planning on firing off of, I believe.
Under current wind conditions.
Yes.
All right.
So, DM, could you move Iz and Tove over to these ballistas?
We can.
Sindri
Yes.
will go where he is told.
Yeah, 'cause
he
you
does
would
not
know.
understand the logistics of boat travel, nor does he care much about it.
Well, okay, in that case, do you go stand by yourself, or do you come to where everyone else is?
I will probably join everyone else, I assume.
Yeah, I mean, Cade will basically be yelling out that the whale, like, she's going to be adjusting so that the whale will be on the starboard side. Yes, that's the right.
Yeah, that's the right.
You don't know
Yeah.
starboard off the top of your head, Captain?
All right. So
So she says
Cade,
it's slow so us idiots can figure it out.
Cade begins to call
Instead of
out
saying
these
right, so us idiots
commands.
can figure it out.
Cade calls out these commands, and you guys are at first like starboard. Oh, right, okay. And Cade, are you
Some
adjusting?
sailor in the crew is like just next to us. Right. Oh yes, right. Of course.
Are you adjusting the ship at all? Or are you staying true to your course?
I'm gonna stay true to course until we get a little closer.
We have
'cause
400, like 4,000 range with the ballista. If
yeah, I mean, it doesn't hurt though for us to get a little closer before it slows down.
So you will not slow down. Well, I guess you kind of do. But you
You
control
won't have as much wind
the ship.
behind you.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can spill the wind from our sails and
Alrighty. So staying true on for now.
I will
Sindri,
leave
List
this
right
like
here.
bonus action.
Yeah.
I will go ahead and use a wild shape. And like the constellations kind of like start brightening up and flaring out, and then I will choose Chalice this time around.
All right, and remind me what that does.
So if I cast a spell slot that restores hit points to a creature, another creature within 30 feet of me regains 1d8 plus my wisdom mod.
Yep. And just for if you do need to make adjustment actions, the conditions are clear and you are considered unfamiliar with this craft. But you are a sailor,
Okay.
so you do get advantage on all your checks. On all these checks. Sindri, are you taking any actions or doing anything?
Sindri is going. Are we like having a full-on tie ourselves? Because Sindri is not confident in his ability to tie himself to the ship.
Are you asking or are you?
I'm curious on how we're hooked in. Is there like a hook, or is it literally like just tie ropes to our waist and hope for the best?
Currently, you're not hooked in.
yeah, do you want
Are
to
you
hook yourself
asking
in?
on how this works, or are you just?
Yes, I'm
Okay.
asking how this works. Is there like ropes preset, or are we just grabbing a random thing of rope and like tie it, or is it like a clip or something?
So you kind of ask around, and that hulking blue orc steps up to you, and on the rail there are these kind of tied off ropes that dangle down to the side, and he just grabs one, pulls it up, and there's like a piece of metal that he just clips onto you, and he just fun and pushes you off. And go ahead and either if you want to resist, you can make me a strength saving throw, or you can just go with it.
I'm definitely resisting that.
All right.
Not gonna push me into
He
the
was
water.
gonna put it around your neck.
Yeah. It's just this moment that just catches you completely off guard, and he just hits you, and it's not even the strength, it's the edge of the rail that kind of catches you, and it's more in the center of your back than it is the legs, but it's just enough to tip you over that he just pushes you up and off to the side, and you just go flying off to the side, and the rope just catches you, and you're suspended as you're just kind of hanging off. As it catches you, it shifts over, and you go from having your face up towards the sky, and it shifts over to the back of your belt, and you are now looking straight down at the water, maybe about 10-15 feet above the water.
Hey, that's not very nice. I could have drowned. If I didn't have my bobber with me.
All right.
Is the bobber so nicely secured to me?
Yes, the bobber is still
Sindri
secured
will
to
be
you.
checking that immediately.
You can't drown for another 16 hours.
It doesn't help if I stay at the bottom forever.
Jasira, are you having Tove do anything?
No.
All right. The ballista
Yeah,
is
there's really
currently
nothing to do.
unloaded for now.
So
they're
actually,
Yes. They
As a
left
curiosity,
everything up to you
since-
guys.
well, since we've kind of noticed how quickly the boat or the ship can move, how many can we estimate how many turns will be until we'll be within a shooting range, or like within the optimal setup?
Optimal
Twisted, I
setup,
guess.
so probably
So like basically
3
the
to
boat
4.
rotates a little bit more. 3
Yeah,
to 4.
so to get
And it'll
broadside
be
to this
load,
creature, it's roughly
aim,
2
shoot.
turns.
Right, because it'll be load, aim, shoot.
Yeah,
So-
three actions total to accomplish
Cool.
that. And it can come from you or Tove.
Yeah, I think we're okay for one. Just, I'd probably have her keep her eyes peeled.
Yeah, and you can theoretically shoot without aiming. It's just loading and aiming are required, or loading and shooting is required, and aiming gives you a better shot.
We'll make it good.
Agan is going to start aiming up with his tower, but kind of waits for Boko for now. Roland, is there anything that you're doing?
Roland is just dispatching the Schult and the 2 crewmen up to the sails
Okay.
and saying, "Hold fast on the sails, on my mark," and then is going to go ahead down the stairs to this ballista here. Did Tove load it yet?
No,
I missed that.
Tove has not.
Nope.
We can sit with it loaded, right? Like it's
Yeah.
not gonna. Yeah. Then yeah, he's going to just go ahead and grab a bolt, wind it back, crank it, load the bolt, tap it once, and then give a nod to Jasira, and then head back up to where he was before.
You get also a subtle nod.
Alrighty. Boko.
So Boko is going to take his tower and begin sort of cranking it into place and trying to get it. He's going to take some time to aim this thing so it's on target with the cloudburst whale. And he's going to take one of those bobbers and just plant it point first into the deck nearby, so it's very handy.
Okay.
And that's about it.
Go ahead and make me a perception check.
Actually, since it's been a little while, I think what Boko's going to do is, using his familiar's action, he is going to have that very strange tumor that lives on his leg travel up beneath the skin to his arm, and he's just going to take a bite out of it. And he's going to give himself advantage on perception checks.
All right.
But he's going to make a show of it, of course, for his boyfriend. First.
Look how cool I am.
Okay.
Nah.
Thank God we did that.
Distracted by love.
Yes.
Thankfully,
Eye contact with the pirate.
Thankfully, this is a large entity, and it's not too difficult to find or to aim at it. It is large, and that does succeed.
Well, so it's huge.
Or bigger.
Okay. Well, you said
At
it's
least
large, and my
huge.
AC for that is
But-
11.
Yes.
Yes, it is. It is big. It is big.
Large
It
as
is
in
immense.
colloquial.
You didn't get the
Picture.
E with a bunch of E's in it.
Okay, can I make one that is a little bit longer here? Where is my... Oh, there's the polygon line.
Always the question.
There we go. Close enough. Because the ship is too big. Alrighty.
How many assholes we got on this ship anyways?
Clyde.
It's the motion of the ocean.
Clyde's gonna grab a bolt, jump up, slap it in the groove, wind it up.
All right.
and then look over the edge at Sindri and go, Sindri, you're in the best spot possible to make this a great story. And he's going to give Sindri bardic inspiration.
All right, Sindri, you do.
I hope it's a happy story.
It's a great story.
And Clyde's going to lean back over to the ballista.
Fingers crossed.
I'll sing songs about you when you're dead.
Story's more epic when people die.
Is for now. We'll go ahead and hold his action
Don't
to
tell
aim
the
if
DM
needed.
that.
Jasira, anything that you're doing as Roland came over to load up your ballista?
Oh, I would say not. I think she would just take this time to become more familiar with this ballista.
Pull the trigger.
No. Now it's loaded.
there it
That's
is.
not a good idea.
Is the safety on?
Fire it straight into the deck.
That is a question. Is there a safety?
No, there's no safety.
These are pirates!
Yeah, these are pirate weapons.
They've
There
just
was.
given us all their
They sawed
weapons.
that off.
We should just open fire on the pirates.
This right here is
So-
not safety, sir.
It's okay. I made sure she had martial weapon proficiency, so it's fine. But she's just like, all right, this is interesting. Yeah, we'll hold off until the ship gets a little bit closer to actually get some aiming.
All right. And the ship does indeed get closer as it draws in on this creature a little bit farther as you are moving forward. Cade, the wind has not changed direction. Are you continuing on with your heading?
Okay, so I have a question here. The sails are like 45, so shouldn't we be like...
No,
No.
you move in the direction of the ship.
Okay.
The sails are just there to catch the wind. And as
Yeah.
long as
Okay.
the sails are
So we're
aligned,
going
you'll be
this way.
pushed forward at the speed that you want.
Okay,
Yeah, you're in optimal
so...
position right now.
To go forward.
Yeah, so... Do-do-do-do-do-do.
And actually,
Eventually.
it should be there.
Okay.
Are we catching the creature?
Yeah, you're gaining on it substantially right
Quickly.
now.
Yeah.
It is
We're
now.
almost within range for the towers. I think we're within the...
We're definitely in range for the towers.
For the
We
disadvantage.
were last
Towers?
round, but none of us
Yeah.
are stupid enough to shoot at disadvantage.
Yeah. Clarifying question here. The towers, are they on a swivel or do they only shoot forward?
They are on a swivel.
Okay.
How much?
I'm gonna say we're gonna adjust the
22
ship
degrees.
down on the screen, so like point the nose so that the creature will end up on the starboard side.
All right. Go ahead and give me a sea vehicle navigation check.
Okay. So that'll be an advantage
Correct.
-1. Right?
Advantage -1. That's correct.
Okay.
With your sea vehicle's proficiency.
Yes. So 15.
Yeah, that is plenty. Of course. This is when I need a group token.
You could just like move the
Creature.
screen.
I was thinking about that. I don't know if it would.
But then you'd have to move the wind arrow as well.
Yeah, it takes. I'm checking to see if there's any like group on the token commands. Can I? I thought there was.
You need to, like,
Yeah,
highlight
there
the
we
whole
go.
Yeah, click and drag is the only one I know of.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah.
Advanced ungroup.
This is my macro right here.
Oh, shit, the remix of that joke hit me so much harder. Sorry.
Ah, look at that.
That's generally how it works with my jokes.
That actually
That
worked.
just wow, I'm
I
impressed.
know. Look at that.
Ooh, wow.
Okay. And
Calmate,
then
there is still plenty of time for
Oh.
catastrophe.
This means we can do ship drifting now.
clarifying question or follow-up question.
Yeah.
How fast were we moving? We were probably moving at 1.5 speed, right?
Yes, you guys are
Because we
moving.
were aligned.
Yep, and now
Yeah, what's our speed is in the ship?
And we were substantially gaining on the creature, right?
yes, you were substantially gaining on the creature.
Okay. In
bit
that
far.
case, adjust the number of sails by 1 increment, or stow a number of sails. Movement speed adjustment is determined by the majority of the sails.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll call out to adjust the sails to just slow down our speed a little bit, since we're gaining like really fast on this thing.
Well, and with
Then we just did.
Yeah, you would know that
Okay.
with the adjustment that you did, it already will pull you back to normal
Okay.
even speed.
Okay.
Perfect.
A question then on that note, because we didn't adjust sails last time.
Mhm.
I kind of set this up with what I said. Could the people on the sails be holding an action
Yes, they
to
are.
adjust sails?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Which means that in this round, since they haven't gone yet, if Cade made a turn and called for something and gave the mark, they could adjust the sails, and then when it hits their turn again, adjust them again.
Mhm.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Cool.
You are devoting 3 people full time to manning the sails. They are capable of doing that in the current weather conditions.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah. Then, yeah, I'll relay the command up to the sails of basically leave them where they're at. Because Cade said she wants to slow down.
Sindri has the most important job of all. Bait.
8.
Yeah.
And
Hey, fishing doesn't work very well without it.
It's great though. It's bait that can fight back.
Yeah.
Iz will go
Spicy-
ahead and
spicy
use
bait.
his turn to aim.
Give
now
a
that he
worm a
can see the creature.
spear.
All right,
Go.
Sindri, are you
Focus.
taking any actions?
Yeah,
How
I'm
can you
going
make yourself
to.
look more delicious?
I'm already as delicious as possible.
He's already a snack.
You see me? I'm 3.5 feet tall. I'm adorable. Sindri is going to slowly start getting bigger as he's like on the side of the ship. Like, oh, this isn't bad. It's okay. There's the fish. And he's going to ready one of the bobbers for when it gets close enough with a held action.
All right. And you are large. I'm not going to change your token because then I have to ungroup and regroup. But you
The
are
increase
large.
in weight causes the rope to snap.
Nope. It seems
That
that
is what
actually
I'm testing.
the rope doesn't even creak. Whatever this is made off of, and like thinking about that,
It's good shit.
maybe Boko looks at it.
Good
It's
shit.
actually a darkened color. It's not the traditional light brown that many hemp ropes are, but it's a darkened color, and it has these steel fittings on either side of it.
Maybe Roland should pick up some.
That large creature in the
Hey,
crew, so I assumed they would hold.
Boko, pay attention. I'm going to use a macro right here.
Alrighty. Jasira, anything for Tove?
Did I hear that the ballistas also have a swivel?
The
Or was
ballistas
that
do
not?
not. The ballistas
No, the
are.
bal- yeah.
Okay.
They're not. They're not
Okay, so
mounted,
they only really
but
shoot-
their movement is very small because
Very
they're
limited.
basically out of cannon portholes.
Yeah.
Right, okay. So then basically we need to get pretty well straight on or to
Yep.
do that. Okay.
Outside,
Yeah. So it'll be another turn before the ballistas are aligned.
Yeah, so I think she'll just tell Tove to hold on until Cade is able to get the ship a little more.
Do you want Tove to aim so that you can fire on your next turn? Well, I guess she would have another turn too.
Yeah, she'll have another turn, so I can still aim. She can just get ready.
Okay.
Like, I don't know, warm her hands up or something.
Sounds good then. At this point, yeah, Egan will still hold steady for now. Roland, anything that you're doing?
Both the crossbows are loaded. We're holding on the sails. Not at the moment.
All right.
We can't. Aiming wouldn't quite be useful right now because there's nothing to aim at, right?
As long as you can see it and you can see the weapon, you can do an aim
Take aim.
Okay.
You just
Yeah.
have to be within 10 feet of the weapon.
of the weapon. Correct.
Okay. Then in that case, after having done after having loaded Jasira's crossbow, he'll go ahead and just step up to this one. He'll take position more in the bow, right between, or not the bow, in the midship, right between the two ballistas, and will do a kind of, oh gosh, why did that happen? Whoa.
Things are probably messed up because of the grouping. That's very
apparently
possible.
I have control over the ship.
Yep.
Gosh, okay.
Oh, you're
Hold
the
on.
captain now. Uh-oh.
Let me. I can. There you go. It should be fixed now.
The ship snaps back, but I don't know where I'm moving to.
Yeah.
That's interesting. All right, he'll step up to that one and just kind of peek down the sides, make sure that the gears are correct, squeak it over to the side a little bit to give it a little bit of an angle, and then tap it, give a thumbs up to Clyde, and head back
Alrighty.
to here-ish.
And that'll bring us to Boko.
Boko's gonna get this party started, I guess. Boko's already leveled this tower at the beast, and using the aim to cancel out the disadvantage of the long range of the tower, he's gonna set down low, line this thing up, and squeeze the trigger and see if he can pop a shot off at it.
All right, go for it. Give me that attack roll.
I don't even want to look.
It's got a +3 on it.
That's okay.
That's an 18.
That's
That
okay.
hits.
That's okay.
So yeah, you kind of get down behind it, align.
Advantage.
The
It cancels with
advantage-
that disadvantage from
Oh.
launch.
Correct.
Okay, never mind.
So you pull this sight in, kind of aiming for the center of the whale's back, and then lift it up just a hair and fire out. And this long harpoon just extends out, and this braided cable, it's not even a rope, just trails behind it as this just goosh sound emanates, and this harpoon collides with the back of the creature, which the creature has not made any adjustments to its trajectory. It's kind of just hovering across the surface. But as this happens, it rears back, and you can see surges of electricity that pulse through the water and up out, as it has clearly taken notice now. But
And, yeah,
it
Boko's
is attached.
leg comes
It is
apart
embedded.
and roots him to the ground, and he's gonna yank the brake on this thing to taut the cable and just. And then he's going to yank that freaking bobber off the deck and rush towards the front of the ship.
Alrighty. And let's see. Yeah, good to know. Alrighty. So you have it attached on at that distance, and that'll bring us to Clyde.
Clyde is going to do the take aim, even though he's not very good at perception.
All right, go ahead and give me a perception check. Yeah. This thing is not difficult to see right now. It is very large. It is right on the surface, and you kind of align this as well. And at this point, it's a bit redundant, as this is the third time that people have taken aim with this particular ballista, but just double checking.
Did he? I didn't know he took aim with this one.
Is did it, then Roland did it.
Oh!
I
That's
didn't
fine.
realize you had done it.
None of us trust each other.
It's all
Yeah,
good.
we don't
This
trust
is
you
the
because you
first
just had
time.
eye surgery.
Everybody's kind of thinking through, and kind of the nerves are getting in. You don't quite realize it, but Iz kind of looks over and is like, well, now it better be lined.
I'm gonna laugh so hard if that's the one that misses.
It's gonna be. Then, all right, Iz. I've been hearing a lot about you. Show me how much of a straight shooter you are. And Clyde's gonna slap him on the ass and give him bardic inspiration.
Ah,
Oh,
yes.
yes.
Can you give bardic
That's
inspiration?
about the height for a comfortable
It's about
slap
the
for
height.
back.
All right, this creature,
It'd be horrible for you when someone
surged
farts.
by this, is going to try and swim out, and begins to try and swim away. And you can see it is drastically hampered already by the tower that is attached, but it does pull at least a small distance. And so it gets About there. And it is his turn. And he will hold his action to fire as it is currently not aligned yet. Jasira, what are you doing? That necrotic energy still swirls around your fist from the broken gem.
Yeah, it's time to take aim.
Oh, finally on this
you
ballista.
did the perception. So yeah, this will be perception at advantage then.
At advantage.
As you've got this kind of shadow swirl across your vision.
Yeah, like in my head,
Yeah.
I kind of just expect it to like take over and like wrap around the ballista. It's like, let me help you here. This is kind of how I picture it.
Yeah, and as
Just
you're
put
kind of
sunglasses
watching
on.
through, it is the
gotta
creature as you
relax.
focus on it is almost highlighted in your vision, as it almost gets an outline of this just magical. It seems like a black outline, yet somehow it is still the focus. And you line up the ballista right for it, and then think for a moment and kind of adjust based on where things are headed. The Schultz holds ready, and we will now see if we get a change in wind. And we do. Let's see. That is... Oh, maybe we don't. Yeah, that's still southwest. So the wind still goes on in the same direction.
Oh, wow. As wind is wont to do.
Yeah. This system is designed for minimal changes to wind. This is on purpose for the most part, hopefully. Cade.
Please, Captain. Please put us into our radius so we can shoot this thing. We're so ready. We're all primed.
Did the ship move forward? Sorry, I was adjusting my screen while things were happening.
The ship. Oh no, it has not. You're right.
Okay. I was
so
like, I didn't think it moved, but I wanted to double check because I was adjusting my zoom.
Should be about there.
Okay. Cool. I will keep turning the ship so that we can get the Star Elves facing the fish head on so everyone can aim.
All right.
As you turn the ship, I'll give the call to adjust the sails so that we don't spill all the wind from the sails and stay half aligned.
Yes.
Alrighty. Noted. And if I can get this thing to move. There we
Come
go.
back to your game mechanics. There we go.
Alright, so it should be... Oh, I missed one. That's alright, we'll fix it.
Oh
in a second.
no!
It's gonna be...
One of the sails broke off.
One that's
Drifted too hard. Shoot.
Blew out a tire.
We were trying to drift into the fish. Just
Yeah.
Well, I am no longer at the front of the ship with my bobber.
This is a lot of tokens to manage.
I know.
Yes.
And it was going so well when I grouped it, and then I ungrouped it and forgot to group it again, and I was like, oh man.
Yo.
Control V.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Where's the top? Oh, the top's over there. Weird. Okay. Nope. Well, we got it
That
moved.
they should go straight now to stay at 45.
Yes.
And this way also, if you turn back, we'll be perfectly aligned on the next turn.
Yeah.
Okay, these lines were not as easy as I was hoping. Let's just go ahead and do this. But I
Maybe
will,
just redraw straight lines.
as you guys adjust, I will get those in there. But you have moved them so that they are perpendicular with the ship. And Sindri, it is your turn.
okay. Well, I'm still hanging out here, out of range with my spear. Just, I'm coming. I'm gonna get you. Checks rope again. Okay, I'm coming. And he is going to once again hold his action with the little javelin he took off the bobber he tied to himself.
Is he in the water, or are his feet kicking above the water?
He's right about the middle of the ship on the side, so he's a good bit above the water still. He's probably about, with his size, he's probably about 5 to 10 feet above the water. And Tove, or actually, now that we are aligned, Iz will go ahead and give off his shot. Let's
see if he fucked up aiming it. Also, this may be the first time that he's ever fired first in a combat.
I know, isn't that crazy?
Oh wait, no, Boko did.
Yeah, technically.
Let's see.
As long as it does more than like 2 damage, I'll be happy.
If he hits and he does less than 2, I'm going to be worried.
If he
I think
kills
it's like
it, though.
3d10 or something.
It's a 3d10 weapon.
Here comes the whiff.
Max damage.
Okay, let's see. Oh yeah.
More than 3 then.
He's proficient, so that won't be terrible. But he rolled
It is not proficient with anything to do with
natural
ships.
3 and natural 7, even at advantage.
Does he use his bardic inspiration?
Some things never change. I don't think he has to, but that's what I'm
God
checking.
damn it is.
I think he'll be okay.
Think
Yeah,
Come on, clutch those butt cheeks
he's got a
and make it
decent hit here. Because he's got the +3 from the take aim too. Okay, so as he fires out a ballista shot, it does hit straight into the hide of this creature. And we'll do 3d10. Let's roll that out for everyone to see. Oh, if I can click the right number.
He's gonna roll 2 damage on 3d10. Watch.
I'm just saying, if he does. If he does.
23 points of damage.
Not
Okay.
I can't
show for us.
see it.
FYI.
Yeah, I don't see it. No,
Let's roll this out for everybody. He proceeds to roll
Yeah.
it in.
It was 23. Yeah.
Everybody was
It was
referring
default to
Boko.
GM.
Boko, did you
was the
roll
boiler.
for damage on your tower?
No,
I
you
did
didn't.
not.
I think it's
Yeah.
a D6.
It's a d12.
D12.
Yes.
Oh no, I'm thinking of the other thing. The bobbers are D6s. Yeah, so D12 plus your dexterity.
+1.
So I'm 10. All
That's
right.
okay.
Yeah.
Not bad
10
at
is
all.
Roland, I told you, don't let your stats tell you what you're gonna do. You would have been better shooting than I would.
All right. And then Tove will also fire
point.
out with one of these, and she has it aimed as well.
Come on,
Okay,
Tove.
that will definitely hit. And let's see if this time if it rolls out for everybody to see.
Yeah.
It's alright. That's alright.
Nice.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm good with it.
And at this point, Aegon is kind of just leaning against his tower, watching what is happening as he's kind of does not have the best angle on this creature. Roland.
All right. We'll step up then, and since the sails are ready at this point for the next turn, hopefully the wind doesn't shift suddenly, we'll step up and reload this thingamabobble.
All right, so after Tove fires, Roland just grabs another of these large bolts and puts it in, cranking back the handle so that it's ready to go. Boko, you are at the front of the ship. What are you doing?
And we're not really approaching either. So my question is, this weapon right here, is this a ballista?
No, those are where the swivel guns will be.
Those are and are those on the same deck that I'm on?
Yep.
Then yeah, Boko's gonna keep his bobber in hand. He's gonna rush up to support. He's gonna rush up to the swivel gun. And this one is manned, right, by one of the pirates?
No, nothing is manned unless you told them to.
Oh shit! What's the range on a swivel gun?
200,
200 feet.
400,
200,
or
300.
300.
Yeah.
Oh, I can just
You're
take a
within range.
shot with this thing, can't I? Then
Yep.
If it's loaded.
Have I told you?
I don't think they maintain loading, do they?
Nope.
All right, I'm gonna start loading this thing.
All right, so you grab some of it and begin to load into the cannon mouth. And Clyde.
Clyde's gonna load the ballista.
All right, reloading that one as well. It will now get to the creature's turn. The creature is going to just begin to smash its tail back and forth, and there's just this surge, and you see the electricity travel up the cable slightly before it is dampened and dissipates, and the creature will begin to dive down into the water, still trying to get escape, and doesn't get further away, but does get a little bit lower into the water. The tower is still kind of holding it a bit at bay. And that will bring us to Iz, and Iz is going to adjust and use take aim to try and adjust the ballista. All right, it's ready for you. Your turn this time. And Jasira.
Take an aim.
Roland to come down and take that shot.
Alrighty, taking aim as well. All right, let's check the win.
So perception. Ooh, only 16 on that one.
That's all right. This thing is big. It's close. It has a very low DC. It does succeed.
That helps.
Cade, making any adjustments to the heading? The wind has stayed steady.
Okay. Double checking here. So, our javelin is still in it, kind of preventing it from swimming too far away. But the intent of the bobbers is also to keep it on the surface,
So the bobbers
right?
keep it to the surface. The tower keeps it in a proximity to the ship. So it can still dive down if it gets
quite a bit closer to it.
Yeah, so if you get closer, the tower will not prevent it from diving down.
Okay.
Can you reel in with the tower, or?
Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't.
Yeah, I was looking like I thought we could reel it in.
Sorry, did I? Hold on, let me.
It's in there. It's in the rules.
Yeah,
We
I
did discuss it previously.
Yeah, it should be in there.
Okay. Cade's wants to keep it broadside, but is going to yell that you should reel it in. In the hope that someone will.
Yeah,
it's not.
That's fine.
It
It
should
is
be.
now.
It's just an action.
That it would be.
Yeah, it should be the same as the readjust, or what did I call it? The reset. It's the same thing. It's just using your action to pull it in. It's just depending on the strength of the creature, how close it gets.
Okay. Let's see. Don't want to move too far past it. Our options are just like 90 and 45, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
So we come up alongside it. Because if it breaks right, then we're fucked.
You're already set to be at full speed if you swing it to the right a little bit while everyone is reloading and aiming.
Yeah, let's go ahead and swing it 45 degrees. We'll still be mostly broadside with it.
Okay. And Sindri, is there anything that you're doing?
I don't think there's anything I can do. I will. Sindri, a little less excited. He's just been hanging here for a bit now. It's like it didn't get closer this time.
Watching all these cool things fly above you and attack this thing.
What is everyone doing up there?
Oh. Having a great time, aren't you having fun?
All right.
Looks down at the water. Not really.
It is.
And Sindri will hold his action again.
Sindri says he wants us to pull us in. Closer.
All right. And with that loaded and aimed, Tove will take a shot at this thing. And that'll also hit.
So, if she has movement, could Jasira tell her to like run over to help reel it in? Unless someone has actually made the movement to start going over there.
You could now.
Yeah. So once the shot's taken, I think Jasira would say, make sure that gets reeled in.
All right, and she will go ahead and take off. Moving. What? Probably about there. Okay, and that'll bring us to Aegon, and Aegon, hearing this, is going to step over and he will use his action to begin to reel in this creature. And it actually puts up quite a fight, and you can hear this clanking noise coming from the tower, and it doesn't seem to get any closer. And Roland, that'll bring us to you.
Okay, now that Tove has left this ballista, we're still in a good spot with the sails and the wind, so he's going to go ahead and step up to take Tove's spot, plant his bobber down similar to how Boko did, and then start to reload. And then this time he's going to stay here and just look up at Jasira with a nod and go, "Care to check my aim?"
We'll get it.
And you said he loaded it?
Yeah.
Okay,
Loaded it
perfect.
and then asking Jasira to take aim.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Boko, it is your turn. As you are at this loaded swivel gun. And Aegon is already at the tower that you had left.
Boko, I guess, is going to, listening to Cade, is going to rush to Aegon to try to assist him in reeling this thing in. What are the rules for reeling something in?
So it is, you get over there and try to assist, and really there is just a crank on the side, and you can kind of go over there and try to use your help action to try and crank it. But at a certain point, it's more up to the fish. There's some sort of mechanism in here that to keep it from breaking, or to try and minimize that. It's
like a ratchet.
If it is too strong on the other end, it will just kind of pass by and let itself give way. Same way as a fishing reel does.
Then moving up to Aegon, he's just gonna say, "You are not pretty enough to be this useless," and he's going to rush back to the scatter gun, and he's gonna yell out onto the deck, "We need to weaken it before we can reel it in." And he's gonna spin the scatter gun on it, and he's gonna try to take a shot.
Sure, go for it.
This will be 20. And I don't have advantage or anything on this, but
Correct.
that's pretty good.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that hits.
Just wheels this thing around
and actually with the swivel guns, it's not even a to hit, unfortunately, because that was a really good roll. It's a dexterity saving throw. And what is... I forgot to put the DC on there. Whoopsies. But yeah, that is too low. And so they will take, if you want to go ahead and roll me the 3d10 piercing.
That was only 2d10. Let me throw
3d6.
one more on.
3d6. I apologize.
After I rolled a 9, an 8, and a 5? Come on.
Just do it again on a d6.
That's
Basically,
pretty close.
Yeah.
What do ratios?
All right. It does take half damage from the swivel gun, unfortunately. So that'll be 7.
Balls.
This thing is a big creature. The swivel guns are not quite as good at dealing with it. And Clyde, that'll be over to you.
All right, Clyde's gonna take the shot.
All right, and it is at advantage.
All right, is it just a dex?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a dex weapon.
Yes, it is.
All right, I'm proficient with it. So 18 plus 3 plus 3.
Yes, that definitely hits. Go ahead and roll me 3d10 plus your dexterity.
8, 20, and my
22?
dex is a plus 2, so 22.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, you guys are
Hi,
cleaving through
Roland.
this.
Show me what you can do now. Can you top that? Roland, you're gonna get bardic inspiration.
Thank you.
Well,
I mean the miscounter.
And Iz reaches down and grabs another bolt and loads it back into the ballista for you. Jasira, you're up if you'd like to do that
Let's
aim.
get aimed. Yeah.
Give me that perception check at advantage.
Feeling good. 18s. That's good. That works.
Alrighty, that will definitely succeed as she lines up the ballista, even with it being slightly off from broadside. And let's see on the wind. We're up to 4s.
And you're helping on the sails right now, FYI.
More for me.
And the wind does give a slight shift. As instantly seeing the shift, the crew members go into action and do adjust, as it is roughly about poorly aligned now. They'll be able to get it to back to half aligned, burning their reactions to quickly adjust. Alrighty. If I can get this going. There we go. Okay, I'll adjust that as it goes, but the ship essentially will still continue forward. Alrighty. Cade, making any adjustments to the heading?
If I adjust again, like the nose would go upward, would the ballista still be able to hit it from that angle?
Yeah, from this distance, probably.
And we would be poorly aligned with the wind, just as an FYI.
Yes.
Which we can fix this turn.
Yes. I'm going to go ahead and say we're going to adjust the nose up so that we're still pulling towards this fish, because we eventually want to get closer to have bobbers hit it. And then I'll also call for the sails to be adjusted again so that we're like half aligned.
Alright, sounds good. Clear those and adjust. And you said that you wanted to position. So turning. Oh, if I can turn it.
That being said, I suppose if we got closer to it, we could technically do the opposite of reeling it in and just keep it closer to us.
Yeah, I mean, we need it to be like 50-ish feet is normal range for a bobber, so it doesn't pull down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the problem right now is that it's swimming slightly below the surface, and so it's making it a bit more difficult for things to hit.
So
actually,
we can piss it off, get it to attack us, and then stick bobbers in it.
I forgot that it would also reduce the damage of the swivel guns at the depth that it's at. So what was that? That was 13, half to 7.
It looked like a good shot, though.
It did. It really did. If we were fighting another ship with crew on deck, they would have been fucked.
I aimed it perfectly and then realized it was a fucking shotgun.
Oh, this is not what I'm using.
We're gonna line up this sniper shot and
just annihilate everything.
Because you guys were broadside, it was even. It swapped so they went like that. Yeah, so they should be half aligned right now.
Yes.
And it is Tove's turn. And so you guys Tove is up here. She's going to see what she can do to assist. But at least currently, they have that covered, as Aegon will try and reel in again. And the creature this time has lots of issues with it. And it is pulled backwards a good bit. And
We're getting closer.
You only need 20 more feet, and then you can get its tail.
all right, and that'll bring us to Roland.
all right. Is it still in angle with the ballista?
It is in angle with Iz's. It'd be a pretty difficult shot with yours.
Okay, since it got reeled in out of my shot.
Yeah, it kind of got reeled in, and it was just like, oh, it's in the window, and now it's kind of gone. And so you could try and do it, but it essentially would have half cover, or 3 quarters cover probably.
Oh, fuck it. I'll take that. I got Bardic Inspiration and a +3 from Take Aim.
Yeah, go for it.
And advantage.
Yeah. Okay, so I will
the advantage is canceled out from the depth, so it is just a straight shot.
Oh, okay.
But you do still have Bardic Inspiration and the +3.
Ah, fuck. Okay. Alright, so that totals up to a +7. Here comes the nat 1.
One can only hope.
Two
Hey,
nat
that
ones
hits!
for an 11.
That hits. So yeah, you clip the fin as it's aimed. You're kind of just adjusting as the ship moves, and you get just the edge of the fin. Let's go ahead and roll that damage for me.
Alright, 3d10, right?
3d10 plus dexterity.
Oh,
Nice.
I almost beat Clyde's, except for that one.
18. Oh gosh.
Alright, and then after that, he's just going to tap the side and then is going to swing up into the rigging because there's going to be a lot of sail moving coming up here pretty soon.
Alrighty. So you prepare for the sails. Are you calling over to Tove to come back?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that and just call out, Tove! Get aloft! We need more hands in the sails!
Alrighty. Boko.
Boko is going to abandon the swivel gun and rush back to the towers, and is going to use his action to help next round to try to reel this thing in further now that it's taken a little bit more damage.
Alrighty. Clyde.
Is this ballista been loaded? I think I need to do the take
no.
aim.
Yeah, it just got fired. So it.
I think it is loaded.
Yeah, it did get loaded. You're correct.
Okay, I'm gonna do a wisdom check then for the take aim, or not a perception.
That still succeeds on this thing. It's close and big. All right.
Just, yep, right there.
Right
thing,
there.
once
Still a
again.
blur from last night.
Broadside of that barn.
It is still swimming heavily against the tower without much luck. And it will go ahead and spins in the water and heads directly towards the ship.
Here you go, Sindri. Your time to shine.
Oh shit.
Oh shit!
As it rushes forward through the water.
Sindri, get it!
Yeah, seeing this, Roland is going to yell, Bombers!
All right.
Yeah, I would like to use my held action as it approaches the spirit.
Unfortunately, with your held action, it doesn't approach close enough to swing in. But you are.
No, it was to throw the spear, which is 50 to
little
80.
javelin. Yes. Go ahead and yes, you can make that the little javelin attack.
This is the one that does not have the bobber attached to it,
Yeah,
right?
this is a D6 plus
That is
strength.
correct.
It's literally just
It's a
toothpick.
D6 plus
Just a
it's
javelin.
something, you know. You got it. You might as
It's
well
meant
use
to
it.
keep it from diving.
No, it doesn't have the
This one
bobber
doesn't
on it.
have a bobber attached
This
to
is
it.
just a little
There
javelin.
are 3 rounds to point this out to Sindri. But he's been there with his spear.
I thought you said you picked up another one.
I specifically had the one that
Yeah.
was not with the bobber.
Yep. But go ahead and make it the attack roll.
Alright, 17.
17
It
does
worked.
hit, so roll me a D6 plus strength. Or dex if you want.
I'm pretty sure I'll be doing strength.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I figured, but you never know. Alright,
That
4
is
points.
7 piercing damage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah! I didn't have another one down with me. I just had the one that I took off.
Yeah.
I was pushed off before I was ready. This is not on me.
And Sindri, you do notice that
Well, next time you'll get ready and then jump.
the lines that you're attached to, it's on a bar, and so you can move left to right along the side of the ship.
Oh, you run along it.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
Just fool up, attack on Titan, run along the
Yeah.
side of it.
So it is
go.
loaded and aimed, but unfortunately does not have a shot on it, so he will hold his action for now. Jasira, that one was fired, so you can reload it if you would like. Or something else.
Well, so that's kind of what I'm trying to figure out right now. I take it... Would we be able to get it from this ballista? Or would we need to go...
Right here.
Not where it is currently.
Yeah, their
That's
ranges
kind of
are more
afraid
like
of.
this. Is what,
Right, which is why... That's what I was thinking.
So
There's
these
also a
ballista are
bobber
not viable
right
anymore.
next to the ballista for you.
Oh, is it bobber? Okay.
Yes.
And a bobber
Drop
requires... Cool.
It's a finesse throw.
Finesse thrown. Okay.
Yeah.
Bitch can do that. Bitch can do that. Yeah. Yeah, let's grab that. Well, she'll pick up the bobber and run towards this side of the ship. Let's see. That's 40. What movement do I have right now? I have 40. Takes one action. I could use one key to go a little faster and get close
Also,
enough.
they have a 50 throw range, right?
50
Yeah.
throw range. So how far would it be
Yeah,
to throw
50, 80.
from right behind this guy? Would that be okay?
Yeah. You got to add about 15 feet, probably, for the
So
height.
like that? Oh, okay. So that could still be 30. That'd be pretty
Yeah,
good.
That is well within range.
Perfect. Yeah, no, she'll pick it up, run over there, and try to throw it.
All right. You should be able to move your token, hopefully.
Yeah, I'm
over there.
cautiously, because I don't want to fuck the boat.
We're about to have this thing reeled in like right against
Yeah,
us.
Real close.
So the boba is that just a roll a d20 plus dex?
Mm-hmm. And plus
Okay.
proficiency, because I assume
Beautiful.
that you are proficient in simple weapons.
Yes, she is. That is her forte. 1d20 plus 5. Good vibes. And then not advantage, because it's just regular attack.
Yep.
10. Right.
10 does
that
not hit
hit?
as you kind of move
Bummer.
up towards the edge and chuck it off, and the javelin just goes into the water with a splash, and the bobber goes and flies off after it, and the bobber is now just sitting in the water.
That sucks.
Alrighty. And
Deep
it will
sigh.
be the shot with the sails. Roland or Cade, did you have a call out for adjusting from half where it currently is? So it is currently half aligned.
I think it's very well set up for us to turn further down and bring it into broadside and get wind back in our sails.
Yeah, sorry, so I can't see lines. So right now we're half, right?
Yeah, right now you're
Yeah.
half. I was waiting to draw the lines until after I had done this. I just didn't realize
Okay.
it was so far down in the turn.
If we're aligned to half, then we're good, because when we turn down, we'll be full, right?
Yep.
Okay. Then that after we get to half, that would be the adjustment, because I think that's what everyone would do this round, is get us to half, right?
No, they used their held actions to get you to half last time. And so they're
Yeah.
just basically waiting for your call if you want to prepare for anything else in the future. But yeah, you're set at half. They're at a 45-degree angle from the boat, so that
Okay.
they're just picking up a bit of wind. And if you shift down so that you're pointed directly south, they will be perfectly aligned next turn.
Okay. Cool. Then we'll stay as is for now.
Okay. Sounds
All
good.
right.
Then they will hold... actually, Thashalt, do you want to continue on with the sales, or did you want to do anything else now that you're here?
No, I think it's probably best that we stay on the sails here. Just all things being considered, just kind of looking down at the giant fish, just looking back up. Well, just tell me when you want me to turn this, because I think it's rather intimidating.
There are
Alright.
open spots on ballistas if you wanted to switch, and several people have jumped into this rigging because we expected more changes to be needed in the sails, but we ended up being fine.
Nah, well, in that case, I suppose I can go down there and try it in the hand. Cool. Sure, if we got enough people on rigging, then I'll go down and try and fire a ballista.
Alrighty.
Ballista are all out of arc, so they can't hit it.
Yeah, but what you can do is take aim or potentially hold an action to fire. as
Works for me.
comes within.
And actually,
Or if
hold
you're
on.
good at throwing weapons.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if you're
it
good
does.
at
I
throwing,
can-
Then
I can shoot at him with my steam attack. That's about it.
Gun.
I have a steam blaster.
actually, you don't.
That
Plebeians.
was confiscated.
What do you mean? How did I not get it back?
You guys haven't gotten any of your weapons that were given up back yet. You guys were forced to use what the ship provides.
This is the
I also
worst. I'm
think
just gonna go load
they
a
also
ballista.
took his armor.
All I wanted was
They
my
did take-
butter knife back.
They did take his armor too,
Yes.
so they haven't
This is-
given it our stuff back.
This is some sick joke. All right, just go put me on a ballista.
This is my
Gets
sick
his
joke
back,
in this
gets his armor back, immediately loses it.
It's fine.
Never,
Put me on a ballista.
Which one
Alrighty.
you want? You want to go hang out with Roland or Clyde and Iz?
Roland is not on one, and neither is Jasira. So there's Clyde and is on one of them, and one of them is unmanned.
Oh, I guess I'll go man the unmanned one.
Alrighty.
Which it is loaded? No, it's on.
Is it?
No, I think it was,
Oh,
well,
yeah.
it needs to be loaded. It needs to be.
I guess I'll go load it.
Yeah.
Yep. So you can move over and you go and put in a bolt and pull back, loading it
All
up.
right.
All right, and then that brings us to Cade. Cade, did you want to shift the boat?
Yep. Let's turn the nose downwards so that we're more perpendicular to the sky.
All right, so shifting.
We're gonna be
back
dragging this
45.
guy along beside us and just pelting him with ballista.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
Directly broadside, it would be a good idea to stow the sails and just hold them there.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
mess him up.
And now we can reel in the towers without resistance.
Yep.
Yeah. So, Roland and I are like, we're same page. So we're like, basically, let's reel in the sails since it's here.
All right, so you're stowing the sails.
Yeah.
All right, sails are stowed. Still in that 45-degree angle with the wind, should they need to be opened. But sails are pulled back up by the command of Cade and Roland.
But I imagine
And
it'll also take my action to do so.
oh yeah, I guess that's fair. So Cade calls
Because
it out.
we're rolling and yeah.
Yes, and there are 3 people who have to act at that
Yep.
time. So yeah, Roland, when we get to your turn, we'll just say they all happen at that time. Sindri, for now it is your turn. This creature is just on the edge of your reach where you currently are.
All right. I can reach. I'll move 5 feet, and I will stab it with the giant spear that now looks like a normal-sized spear.
All right, give me the attack roll.
All right. Bam.
That hits.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh, I didn't do giant's might. So I get to add a d6.
There's a reason it's called
Oh,
Leviathan's
damn.
Bane. Yep.
34. Jab it straight into it. Yeah.
Right in that kill.
Oh, wait, I'm big. Finally, it's in range. It's time for Sindri.
All right, and Tove is going to begin to rush back. Kind of sees Jasira and stops for a second, but is waved on to go and assist with Thashalt, and so she will go ahead and get down to it to assist
And I
later.
will be bonus action Blade Ward as well. Just
Okay, sounds good. And Aegon begins to just crank down on the tower, trying to pull it in as much as possible. With
I am
the assistance of
assisting him with
Boko.
that.
Yep. Yeah. It is free, so there's no. You guys are just. Yeah, you're mostly just kind of holding on right now as he just tries to go as fast as possible. And Roland, with your action, you go and begin to stow the sail, the central mainsail, as Kahiri and Jade stow the fore and aft. And Boko still assisting. Clyde, that brings us to your turn.
Wait, I assisted last turn.
Oh, did you want to do something different? Sorry, I apologize. I thought that comment was that you were still assisting.
Oh no, I have another idea because I get to quote our fearless leader now. I quote our fearless leader who said these bobbers are very light. So I would like to find the highest point on the front part of this ship really quick and just scramble my way up it. So he's gonna rush to it, take that bobber, and just stab it into his prosthetic, climb up the highest point to get an angle on this whale, and he's gonna open up his prosthetic and he's going to fire this this bobber at it using a spell because he has no business throwing this thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 90-foot range and just freaking
100%. I love this. This is amazing. As you just scramble up the rigging and just aim down and just launch off this small thing, and it is with the tower. It's gonna make this a disadvantage. Oh, which is good. It actually rolled really high on one of them. But yeah, it will take that, and it will take both the 3d8 bludgeoning as well as the 1d6 plus your dexterity or strength from the bobber.
Is it how much bludgeoning is it?
I think it's 3d8. Is what it said.
3d8? This spell has no business being this good.
Dude, catapult is amazing, and not enough people use it. It's so good. 3d8 does sound high, though.
1d6? That's not bad.
And
That's not bad.
Is your dexterity or strength positive?
By 1.
Okay, so it's 5 instead of 4. So it's 10 points of damage. Yeah, nice.
I mean, the flip side to it, it's bludgeoning, and a lot of things resist bludgeoning, which is probably why it's 3d8.
Well, and the saving throw.
Yeah.
Yeah, that too.
It's not a busted spell, but it's a good spell that doesn't get enough attention.
You can use it for some fun applications.
Specifically this one, which I've been playing forever.
All right, Clyde.
Clyde is going... Well, let's see. Am I within range? Yeah, fuck it. Lightning's supposed to smell like ozone, but you smell like oh no. He's going to vicious mockery him.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Wow. All right.
Oh my gosh.
The cloudburst whale looks up and just 2 hands over the railing.
It fails.
As it should.
By some... Colleen stuff always breaks.
Yeah, I just want that and move back.
I give up. It's fine.
Fucks up Sindri.
What is the other effect? Oh, there it goes. It came through. Disadvantage on the next attack roll. Okay, perfect. As it is about to make some attack rolls. And after just being stabbed by Sindri, that's what it's going to go for, as it takes its tail and is going to swing out towards him. And let's see. Oh yeah, that's gonna hit. That's very nice.
R.I.P. Hey, at least you're tied to the ship. We'll get your corpse.
Oh my god! You can't say that!
I'll wait till next turn.
See, that's a little more tactful.
All right, Sindri, you take 27 points of bludgeoning damage as this tail just smashes you into the side, and I think it's halved from Blade Ward. Okay, so 27 halved is 13. And then the tail just surges with electricity as this lightning just cascades up the tail towards you. And I need you to make me a... oh, wait, no, this is a to hit as well. So that is... Yeah, that I think also hits. Let me check. Yeah, that also hits. This one. So as the tail also impacts, you will take another 9 points of lightning damage, and then it will jump, and I'll need Iz to make a dexterity saving throw, which he fails.
Rip.
What if Iz dies this episode?
And Iz will
Oh,
take
don't
16
get my
points
hopes
of
up.
lightning damage.
It's
Deal,
possible.
it's so sad.
And he is just going to, oh god, and just begins. Ooh, actually, he had it's a D6, right? For the
Arctic?
yeah.
Yeah.
No, it didn't matter. Good to know, though. You know, worth making a shot. All right, so he will instead kind of move back and just, all right, that's all for me, and take a few steps back from the edge of the rail. And Jasira.
So, is there another bobber nearby?
Yes, he said
Yeah,
there's about 6 by
There's
every mast.
6 on every mast, correct. So
Cool.
so here or here.
Cool.
So they're right
yeah,
behind you.
So she'll grab one from right behind her and give it one more shot, because she's not close enough to do her monk stuff. So she has to resort to throwing
Dive in
Bob.
there and punch him in the face.
I mean, if only. If there's a
died.
saddle.
He's right there.
If there was a
Yeah.
saddle, sure.
Just jump.
Mechanical bullet. Only when it looks like it'll die, because that'll be a real nice gem. So we're just gonna, yeah. What was that again? I keep forgetting what tab that was. Here we go. We need grab a bobber and do the 1d20 plus 5. Please roll better. God damn it!
Oh my
It's the
god.
exact same.
Damn it!
Ooh.
Ah!
Because I said no.
At least the ballista rolls were good.
Boko, you need to start up a new miss counter.
Oh, you mean that thing that I had advantage on? And they were still kind of low for all things considered? But it turned out okay because modifiers? Garbage!
All things in
You know what?
balance,
She's
Bree.
like-
Real life and digital, you know.
You know, Bree, you just keep getting told that you can't play a ranged character.
I mean, you're not wrong, though. I always want to be ranged, and it's just like,
never
no, fuck
works.
you.
This is the third one.
Here, burn all your non-magical items. Now you have to punch people. Have fun.
Hey, if it works, it works.
God damn it.
Hey, your bow doesn't work. Break it over your knee. Hey, you can't throw for shit. Punch people.
I mean, believe me, I want to. So Sindri's big boy right now, yeah?
Yes.
Like, could she reach him from that bottom deck? Like, could you touch him?
I'm not sure the exact dimensions of the rope situation going on.
Right, that's what I'm curious about.
How far over the railing, Austin, is Sindri?
He's about halfway down, so he's about 15 feet from the railing.
Okay, and Sindri, how tall are you as a large creature?
Yeah.
14 feet.
14
But he's
feet.
like flat. So it's like,
Okay.
it's still about the same.
You could jump
He's
on
like
my back.
horizontal. Yeah, you could, theoretically.
I'm a pretty large platform, so
I'm trying to get some ideas here, because I'm like,
I'm like a rowboat in size. Like a reasonably sized rowboat.
One rowboat.
Yes.
sadly, I don't think I can do anything without having him in my face so I can punch him.
You can
So-
jump 10 feet, right?
I mean, yes, I just got slow fall, but that's a shocky boy.
Just,
Do we think you can
you know, just jump on him and punch him in the head. What happens next
Ideally.
will shock you.
Oh
Well,
gosh. Oh
First
gosh.
of all, boo, boo, boo.
Oh,
You should have been the bard.
Your joke, so sorry.
Just so I can keep planning. So it still has the tower in him, right? So, like, in theory, could she, like, hang on to the line
Yeah,
if she needed to?
sure.
Okay, cool. Planning ahead. For now, we are apparently not a threat, so we're just going to move back a couple more steps. And
I thought I was badass. If I watched Jasira jump off this boat, like, I'm gonna lose all
Then
self-confidence.
off Sindri's head.
you might. She's getting pretty pissed about this garbage ball throwing shit.
Alrighty. So the shot, you are next to a loaded ballista. You can either try and aim it to get a better shot, or you can try and make a shot on this creature's tail. Right now, even the tail probably has about 3/4.
What was
covered.
that? Is everyone okay?
Yeah, that was sorry. That was from the other room.
That was a little
see.
scream.
Is everything okay, Noah?
Deanna playing
Yes,
Overwatch.
she is playing Dead by Daylight. Hold on.
Hey, DM, is
My
this
bad. I
place
usually
still
close my door.
loaded?
You're good.
Oh, I thought you went to go check on her.
No, she's fine. She's fine.
She's not dying. Sorry, what was that, Adam?
I couldn't remember if this ballista was loaded. So.
Yes, I loaded
I
it
think
last
they're
turn.
both
or at least I
loaded.
should have.
Okay.
At this
Then
point.
the Schultz should definitely use this one to take a shot.
Ah, you got it, Chief.
Yeah, you can move
let's
over to
see.
the other one if you want, and then you'll get rid of the 3/4 cover.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true. Wait, I move over to the other one that already has 2 people on it?
No, those people have both
no.
left.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Well, I didn't realize they'd both left. I thought it was only one. All right, well, I
He's
guess.
a little bitch and was afraid of a
And
small
Clyde saw this shit coming a mile away and backs up.
Oh, I'm not afraid of this. Yeah, I'll move up there and
Yeah,
fire.
look, Clyde is smart. This is a bitch.
No, I'll move up to the other ballista and fire them. The threat is nothing.
Had that one been aimed?
And I had to say
No.
that terrible,
They've both
terrible
been
joke.
loaded.
right
Oh, it hasn't been aimed.
So you don't have to aim it.
It's a
Aiming
regular
it-
shot.
Aiming it, yeah, just
Yeah.
gives advantage and a +3 to hit.
And can I do them both in the same turn?
Nope, it's
One,
an
they're
action
both
for each.
actions.
That's why you usually have 2 people manning it.
Ah, that makes sense.
Or you can just shoot
How many
it like a normal
how
shot.
many ballista shots do we have on this
You
boat?
guys have a bunch. There is a
All
whole
right, great.
box of
Fire.
them. Okay, go ahead and make
Yeah,
me a
just-
shot.
Yeah,
It is
just a reminder
a
you have Tove helping, so Tove can help you do at least half of those actions.
Right?
yeah. Once it gets
Except she's
there,
helping on the other ballista.
Yeah.
she can move over.
Oh,
and
the
assist
other
now.
ballista? Crap.
So it is a dexterity. Are you proficient with martial weapons?
Let's go
Proficient
check.
with
It's
firearms.
dexterity? I am proficient with firearms.
This is not a firearm technically.
Nope, no martial weapons on here.
Okay, so it will just be
Noted.
D20 plus your dexterity.
And what is my... Hold on. Oh, great. All right. It's 0.
Nice D20.
All right, let it ride.
I believe. No.
All right, you let it fire off. Unfortunately, 11 does not hit.
It is what it is. I guess I'll start working on trying to reload it.
That's an action.
All right, the wind does not change. Cade, any adjustment to the ship's heading, or any other action? As currently the sails are stowed.
Yeah, so I think we're actually in a pretty good position. So Cade's actually just going to clutch the star crystal that she had created a few days earlier, and I'm gonna cast beam. So kind of just like clutch something around my neck, and then the constellations that I have kind of flare up even brighter. And let's see a con save.
Moonbeam. Alrighty.
Ooh, is the-
Constitution saving.
Since we're moving so fast, is it just gonna hit it and just go? Pew?
I can move it as a bonus action.
you guys are not moving very fast at the moment since the sails are stowed, but it is moving slightly. What is it? I think it's quarter speed.
We'll assume that I place it towards the head so that, like,
Yeah.
as we move forward, like, it'll go towards its tail.
You just laze it.
Paint the target.
All right, it does succeed on the saving throw, so it takes half.
So it's
I
half
believe.
damage.
7. Got it.
Yep.
Alrighty.
So yeah, now there's just a 40-foot by 5 radius column of light just going out of its head.
You put it.
Yeah, we see it.
You put an objective marker.
She pinged it.
Bing.
Because it's not quite as tall as the mast of the ship, but it's just boing.
All right, Sindri, you're up.
You're muted.
Okay, this is it, because I asked, I'm not muted, right? And no one responded, so I assumed I was. Okay.
It happens.
Maybe my character sheet go. There we are. Alright, since the fishy is still here, and it went so well last time, Sindri is going to stab it again.
Alright, give me that attack roll.
Let's see.
Mr.
Bam.
Stanton's
Ooh.
That hits.
So close. Nat 20.
Wait, hold on. Was it a 19?
Yeah.
19 crits?
Oh yeah, we have an increased crit range.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
Hey.
let
oh,
me.
it's on. Okay. And as I stab into him, you want to play with elements, and the spear catches fire and it runs down the shaft into the cut. And I'm going to activate my fire rune as well.
Okay.
Do the fire rune double damage too?
It's not double damage. It's unless you it is just straight damage, and you can either deal it to stamina or, depending on how big this hit is, it might just kill it if you go to health.
I feel like health might be the option. So that'll be, what is this?
And then is there a confirm roll?
Yes,
It's
that's a good point. 'Cause it's not a
3d10,
D20.
isn't it?
So yeah, roll another attack first for me. Oh yeah, you can roll the damage too. So roll another.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Louise.
This is gonna be
Not done yet.
fun.
Close fire rune.
Yeah, roll another attack with the
Yeah.
Leviathan's Bane to confirm the crit for me.
Okay.
Because I forget about that all the time.
Secondary damage cannot be crit except on a natural crit with a nat 20. Natural crits automatically act as a confirmed crit, which we just rolled the confirmation there, but can be confirmed themselves to deal secondary damage or add plus 20 to the critical injury roll on the table. Any critical hit can affect health points directly, so that's what you can do here is switch it to health from stamina, or you can choose to put it against stamina. And let's see. That's it without getting into the critical hit table. But it's basically you have to confirm the crit in order if it isn't a natural 20. Natural 20 is automatic confirmation if you use the expanded crit range of the weapon, which is what you used here. You have to roll again and get a hit in order to
Which we did.
confirm the crit. It's a Pathfinder rule, basically.
Yeah.
That allows expanded crit ranges without making it overpoweringly overpowered. Broken, thank you.
So 27 was the weapon damage, and then you used your fire rune, Sindri, correct?
And that's second.
Well, I haven't used it yet. The 3d10 was rolling the dice for the weapon twice. I haven't done the fire runes yet.
Yeah, so it doesn't double. It just does it. Does it to.
So it's a straight 27.
Yeah, it's
Still
a straight
insane.
27, and you can also roll a critical injury on this thing if you would like, and it adds plus. Or no, it's not a natural 20, so it does not. But you can roll a D100.
That was the 3d10 is the weapon damage, though, right?
34.
Doesn't weapon damage double on a crit?
No.
It just goes to
Only
health.
affect weapon damage and need to be confirmed.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was
From my reading, weapon damage dies do double.
It's secondary damage like sneak attack, smite, the fire rune, poison. Like it's all of that stuff that doesn't double automatically.
So that's stuff that probably needs to be changed then, because essentially with the change to whenever it hits hit points is that it does not double.
Gotcha. So you can, if you switch it to stamina, you can double the damage to stamina points, but if you do it to health, it doesn't double.
I need to look into that. I don't think it ever doubles anymore for weapon crits.
Interesting.
It definitely does for melee weapons because it specifically says for casters it doesn't.
No, for
And for
casters
marshals,
it does. Casting is
What?
still double.
Yeah, magic
Casting,
works
magic works the
traditionally.
same. It only affects weapons.
But
is the
my
only change.
magic won't go directly to hit points no matter what.
Yeah.
That's the perk.
We can look into that further in detail
you can go
later.
straight to a hit point, and you can go straight to an auto kill, basically.
So, if he uses his fire rune, though, does that do anything here?
Yes,
It's secondary
I think it's
damage.
Still, yeah, it's secondary damage, so it's still.
Would that just go to his
Cannot be good. Yeah, so that just goes on to stamina. Correct.
Okay.
I think.
So
how I read
all
that. We can look into
secondary goes to stamina.
that. I think. Again, it's been a long time since I wrote those particular rules, but we can look into that again later, further in depth after session. I put some notes down on it. Moving on, that's why we'll run it for here. So that's still 7 points to stamina and 27 points to health. I think it has more health than that, but let me run. Check this real fast against its hit die.
So does Giant's Might go to health too?
I think that's secondary damage.
Yeah, because it would be 25 to health.
25
You're
to
correct.
hit.
Because the 2 is Giant's Might.
Yep.
So it would be 9 to stamina and 25 to health.
Yeah, that's correct.
Which we have to go through the health anyway,
Oh yeah, that
and the stamina in order to kill it. But if we get through the health before the stamina, then it's an early kill, basically.
Well,
so all of the damage counts.
you don't have to go through the entire health if you knock down the stamina.
Well, it's unconscious, but it doesn't die yet.
Yeah, no, I guess that's true.
Right.
Anyway,
Yeah.
regardless, we'll keep moving on. It has plenty more health than that because it's got a ton of hit dice. And
Well, I will be action surging.
okay, I think. Hold on, let me check. I think unwieldy prevents action surge from.
Well, it's once per action, right? Or is it once per
I
turn?
think it's once per
think it's
turn
once
with
per
unwieldy.
turn.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of a bad mechanic.
Specific.
Yes, it is
Specifically to make it difficult.
Yes, unwieldy is very, very rare on particular things. But yes, it is. It's can only be attacked once within a single round.
Oh.
So it's not even a single turn.
I guess action surge is not useful.
Which you did 3d10 damage instead of 1d10 with a chance to do it more often.
Well, 3d10 versus 3d6. My hammer.
Which you currently do not have.
Full weapons.
All right.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you
Alright.
want to do, Sindri?
I will just do second wind then, and that'll be my turn.
All right. Tove. Let's see. The shot
And not the
has
2, but
moved over to here to take a shot. So Tove will move over and reload the crossbow that the Schalt is on. Aegon will continue reeling in the slack. Roland.
Okay, Roland, now that the sails are right where we want them, is going to grab a rope and slide down to the deck, grab a bobber, and then run over to the side in between the two ballista and leap and chuck it at the creature,
Okay.
at the whale.
oh sure. Nah, I forgot my fire rune. It needs to make a strength save.
Strength save.
Yeah.
What's the DC? I think it
DC
passed.
14.
Yeah, it passed.
Yeah. I assumed it would. I just, just in case.
Okay, so it's going to be fitness, so a d20 plus 4. I feel your pain, Bree. And Bardic Inspiration is a d6.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, please, fate.
Fuck it.
It's a ranged attack. You can't possibly hit, right?
Oh, please, fate. Make it so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
11.
Roland goes to throw it and is just kind of barely stepping on the cord at the bottom, and it catches just enough to toss it off trajectory, and it goes into the water as well. And the bobber doesn't even quite make it over the railing. It's just kind of sitting up on the edge as the javelin.
It was a normal miss, not a nat 1.
Alrighty. Anything else, Roland?
Ooh, actually, yes. I've got a bonus action open now since I'm not sprinting back and forth on the ship. So I am going to go ahead and, as a bonus action, study this creature and see what I can figure out about it. So I need it to make a charisma-based deception check, and I will against my investigation check.
Okay.
Why couldn't I have rolled that on the attack?
It rolled high, but not that high.
Okay. What did it roll?
It rolled.
I need the differential.
It rolled more than 5 difference.
More than 5 difference. Okay. So in the 6 to 10 range.
What?
I have ranges. I have 0 or less, 1 to 5, 6 to 10, 11 to 15. So if it was more than 5, it was in the 6 to 10 range. I will post.
Yeah, sorry. What is that?
That's why I just asked what it rolled
I guess
instead of what was the differential.
Yeah, it's exactly 5, so it's in the 1 to 5.
Okay.
Resistances, vulnerabilities, and immunities. Okay. Resistant to thunder and bludgeoning, immune to lightning, immune to exhaustion and paralysis, and no vulnerabilities.
Okay. So basically everything that Cade already learned on her Nat 20 last session.
You learned that it was immune to exhaustion and paralysis.
And lightning, resistant to lightning, and immune to, yeah.
Alrighty.
Okay. Yep.
Alright, Boko. The tower is once again taut as this creature is quite close to the ship now. What would you like to do as you're still hanging from the rigging from where you had launched off the catapult?
Yeah. Boko is really, really impressed with how well that worked and is just gonna scramble back down, run back to where he first shot the tower and left his second bobber.
Okay.
We're gonna try for a second one.
Oh, this one's better. What's the DC?
I think it's 14.
Yeah, so with a sudden jolt, this thing is moving and thrashing around at the base of the ship, and it just flips over and kind of moves so that it is fully perpendicular, and this one shoots in, and now there are about 3, or I guess 4, missed javelins floating in the water.
Damn, these things are... Did Agan at least see me land the first one? That was super badass.
You assume so.
It was kind of dramatic.
All right, Clyde.
I've lost track of them, but are there any bobbers over here left?
On the edge, no, but there are some up on the quarterdeck, and there's one at the main mast to your right as well. Oh, there's like 5 or 6, 4 or 5.
All right, well, and if I go 20...
Yeah, you can get it.
Yeah.
Arc it over.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to try and do. Grab one of those and try and throw one of those bobbers.
All right, give me an attack roll.
Yeah. It's D20 plus 4. 20!
Gosh.
How you do it?
That'll hit. Go ahead and roll me.
I can't even see over the rail, and he's nailing these.
Just straight up
dang it,
the air, and Lon gets the gravel incorrect.
It's that kid at the mini golf who just like chucks it.
No, I can't even see that you guys have been missing. So I'm just aiming where you guys were. Boom!
Wait, can't see the creature though if he can't see over the rail.
Exactly. It's
Clyde just runs over and goes,
Sorry.
"What the hell is this?"
Chucks it behind him. Okay, and so you said your dexterity was 4, Clyde?
It's 2, but I'm proficient. So.
Okay, so 6
So
plus
you
2
have
for
the
8.
same to hit that I do.
All right, and I'm gonna give Sindri my last bardic inspiration.
Alrighty.
Enjoy that. Kill it, Sindri.
Alright.
Kill it good.
The creature will once again try and make a tail attack against Sindri. And that will hit again.
No, silvery barbs. Fuck off.
Okay. Disadvantage. It rolled the same thing.
Damn it! I tried.
Sindri, did you do a blade ward again?
No,
Okay.
I healed instead. Which was a mistake.
Regret.
Okay.
I regretted it after I said it, but we already moved on.
All right, you're gonna take 23 points of bludgeoning damage from the tail,
Alright.
and you can't currently be knocked prone because you're basically prone. And then it will go
Disadvantage?
ahead.
How do you know that doesn't make any sense? Ignore me.
Since it is close enough, it is going to see Boko up there that has been tossing things, and it's going to try and send out the lightning towards Boko, and that will
don't do
definitely
that.
hit.
Don't do that.
And Boko, that is going to be 15 points of lightning damage, and Aegon will need to make a dexterity save, which he fails,
See it.
Oh no.
and will take 18 points of lightning damage.
Ooh. I'm glad it didn't hit me.
Since we haven't moved a lot, like the head is still relatively. Is it still in Moonbeam?
Yes, it is. It doesn't need to make a con save. Thank you. And natural 1. Go and roll me that damage.
8 more radiant damage.
8 more. Alrighty.
Just keeps searing into the top of the head.
Yep. All right,
Objective
Jasira.
still marked.
Jasira.
Okay, I've literally thought the entire round, and I still don't know what to do.
Hey, you
That's
might
why
get a
I just chucked the
second bobber
spear.
hit and bring us up to 30% accuracy.
I know.
I mean, there are 2 bobbers
Third.
in it.
Clyde hit one.
Yeah.
You do know from what they said that 2 bobbers is enough to keep most things on the surface except the largest of creatures. So 3 would
Yeah, but if
assure that
knocks
it's
one
on.
3.
Yes, 3.
Okay, so
3
basically we're
assures
trying
it.
to get like one more to really solidify it is our goal here.
Yep.
You could
Okay.
also load a ballista if you wanted.
Well, unfortunately,
we
the
need to
ballista
turn.
range isn't good though. That's the
Yeah, the
problem.
ballista arc's not great.
Yeah, the ballista. The swivel guns
how
are
is-
there, but they give half damage.
Yeah. Just jump off
Yeah,
and punch it in the face. You know how to swim.
Well, hold up. That's what I was gonna. Well, you assume you don't know. She doesn't even know what sea. What's the sea? I've only seen the lakes. They're really cute. So, how bad does it look?
You see blood in the water, but as far as how this creature looks, you'd have to spend some time to really get an assessment of how damaged it looks. It looks damaged, but like how close, you're not sure without spending an action on it.
Okay. And if he were to say tie herself to the ship to potentially jump down onto stocky fish,
Mm-hmm.
would there be nice options along the railing here?
I mean, that's what Sentry's doing.
So yeah, the cables that Sindri is attached to end here.
Right.
At this point, so there's no ropes or anything, but I mean you can certainly try and then jump back
Also,
onto the ship
basically-
and climb.
Also, basically, I'm trying to figure out where the tower is. So would the tower be like yay? I know it's like a black
Yes.
arrow, so it's kind of hard.
Yeah,
It's
essentially.
like what angle is the tower? Is it like yay?
Yeah, it's like right where you have it.
Okay, cool. Okay. I take it that'd also be an action to start tying herself to the ship.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And we don't get multiple actions. So that's great.
Got any
That's
haste
cool.
potions?
Nope.
Ah.
She's got lots of jewelry though. Some of it she's not wearing.
Try and flash at the fish. Maybe they'll think you're appealing and try and eat you.
Here, shiny. Choke on this. Okay. Gross.
Joke on this dick.
Well, she does have advantage in perception, so maybe, hopefully, would the perception help her kind of gauge how bad, or would it need to be like a medicine check?
You could go for perception.
Okay. Yeah, we'll start with that. We'll try to get that a little bit more advantage used here. 18. God
Okay.
damn it. So bad.
I mean, 11 is positive at least.
It's not terrible. You're good.
Yeah, you look
It was
across this
positive
creature,
before.
and you can see that it definitely has multiple wounds that it is bleeding heavily from. It's definitely in that weakened state, but it still has enough energy that is still fighting. It hasn't quite given in yet, and so it's not quite at the end, but it's further than about halfway. You think?
Okay. Then I think, if allowed, she will at least pick up a bobber and like set it in front of her so she can start tying a rope on it, either next turn to launch or whatever that needs to be, action economy wise. She doesn't want to just throw loose ones anymore because she's throwing their money right into the water. So, at least make this one retractable.
Sorry, so you're retractable.
So whatever is allowed on this turn, because I mean that was her action, but like I don't know if, say, picking up a bobber and tying a rope around the bobber so she can pull it back in, if that can be like a bonus action, or if she just needs to hold off one more turn to do that. That's what she wants to do next.
Oh, tying a rope around the bobber so that like if you miss, you can pull it back in.
Correct. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say you get a quick knot with the rest of your turn. That's fine.
Cool. Then yeah, she'll just be ready to launch next turn, and hopefully that'll stick.
And that'll bring us to the Shalt. The ballista is loaded, but your window is a little off. You can fire, but it will still have 3/4. Or you can try and aim it for a better chance.
Let's just spend this one aiming, since clearly last time didn't go great.
Sounds good. Okay.
And then I get to embarrass myself instead of you.
Exactly. And as my dedicated shooter, I need you to get up here and do that for me. Get up there. I'm gonna jump.
All right. And that'll bring us to Cade. Kitty, any adjustment that you're making?
Are we still kind of chilling, just like barely cruising forward?
Yep, exactly.
Okay, where is my moonbeam? Is it still on the fish?
It is still pretty close to the fish. Like you guys have moved maybe about 10 feet, so it's like right on the edge of the fish.
But the fish is it's still on the fish.
Yep.
Okay, then I don't have to move it, which means that I have an action this time. Clarifying question. When you're kind of sitting in the water here and you're like not going which way, do you have to keep both hands on the steering wheel?
You can probably do it with one hand in calm weather.
Okay. Not what I wanted. Can I see Sindri's head right now?
No, because he's about horizontal down below the edge.
Okay, so I can't see him. Can I see the fish?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So because I can't see Sindri and I can't let go of the ship, I will, however, I'll go ahead and do a guiding bolt from where I'm at. Because unfortunately I can't see Sindri to heal him. So I'll go with a guiding bolt. So again, I just kind of like raise up my hand, and then another beam of light comes shooting out towards the fish.
Alrighty.
That wasn't meant to be advantage, but
14 does not hit, unfortunately.
Yeah.
As it
Kind of dives
smashes
just out
into
of the way
water.
while I'm steering.
Yep.
You want to use your inspiration? You have one, right?
I don't think so.
I don't
thought
have
it was
inspiration
Clyde,
this time.
Sindri, and Boko.
Oh,
Yeah.
Clyde, not Cade. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, Sindri.
Yeah, so that's
was
my
it?
turn.
Sindri.
Nicholas,
What?
your turn.
Harder.
Let's see. Sindri's gonna go 2 spaces this way to get back in range.
Okay.
And he is going to. Yeah, he will stab the fish.
Alrighty.
Bam.
16 will just hit.
A step.
Yes. Stab the fish. And that is 27 piercing damage.
Okay.
And I will call up. Can someone give me a bobber? No, I'm big. I need a bobber. Like, reach a hand up.
Okay, can we see his hand now above the
Yes,
deck?
absolutely.
And then I will cast Blade Ward.
Okay. Good call, good call. Alright, Tove is up. This one is loaded and aimed, so she'll take a shot. 11. Yeah, that will plus 3/4. Yeah, because she's got advantage on this too. Okay, yeah. But it'll still hit. That'll give us 3d10. Whoo! 22 and 6. All right, this thing is starting to get very sluggish now. Roland.
Okay. What would it take for me to get a bobber to Sindri?
I think the only bobbers left are up
movement,
here.
really?
There's plenty of bobbers on each mast still.
Yeah, just
There should
movement.
be.
Just movement?
Oh,
Yeah.
no,
I
just.
don't have to spend an action or anything.
No, you're just picking it up and handing it off. It'd be an object interaction, so if you want to use any other object interaction, but I doubt that.
Jasira, how many bobbers did you use?
2. She's got a third.
I also used 2.
But you did just tie up
two
a
here.
third.
Okay, so there's
You
still
did tie up a
one here.
third.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Roland then will step to this ballista, load it as he passes, and then run up to here using a bonus action to dash, grab a bobber, and bring it back and place it in Sindri's hands.
All right. Hand it over to Sindri. And Boko.
Boko. Ooh. There are no bobbers left up here.
Nope.
So I suppose. So our other tower is still loaded from when Aegon first loaded it.
Yep.
And we do have a swivel gun up here, right?
Correct.
So I guess Boko's gonna rush over and load the swivel gun.
Okay. Clyde.
Clyde is going to go up to this ballista and do the take aim.
Out of curiosity, did Clyde give the advantage from silvery barbs to anyone?
Oh no, no, I should have. I'm also going to use. I'm going to use mine for
Yeah, that
this.
would have been nice.
Real quick. Okay, so that was mine, and who should I have given that to? Sindri, because Sindri.
Because
Also, Sindri forgot to roll his critical injury table, so Sindri, go and roll me a D100.
Am I?
Oh!
What
All
we
right.
got?
Do you have any pluses? Do you have like a lethal blows or anything for a plus 10?
Nope.
Okay.
Okay, that's fun. At the brink, the target suffers 1 necrotic damage to their health points each time they perform an action, bonus action, or reaction.
Nice.
Damn.
hemorrhaging.
retroactive for its last turn. Then.
Yep, correct.
Hot damn.
And bonus action. I want to give Sindri a nice healing word. All right, get 5 stamina. And you remembered that you were aided, so you started +5, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I have that.
Well, bad.
But my fee max is still up by 5, so.
Okay, so this creature will once again take a slam into Sindri and will hit. And that will be 28 points of bludgeoning damage, half to 14.
Alright, thank you. That would have killed me. Well, knocked me unconscious.
Give the lightning
call on the
attack
Blade
onto Roland, and I don't think that hits.
Ooh.
Yeah, it just misses.
AC 16.
Yep, we rolled a 15.
Wow.
Alright, Jasira.
Okay, if this rolls a 10, I might scream. Because it's a 10.
Don't put that on the
3
world.
times.
I believe.
Because of what in the world? But that's okay. Yeah, so let's see. That is in range, okay. I mean, I can move a little closer if I need to, but I think that should work.
Yeah, it's within range, so you can do it.
Cool. Alright. Boosh. 1d20 plus 5. Do something. 12!
Well, it's not a 10.
It wasn't a 10.
It wasn't a 10.
And you can reel it back in.
yeah, you throw it, and
You
before
can
it's
keep
even in,
trying.
you're just like I'm pulling it back. I'm pulling it back.
You're just
felt
fly
bad.
fishing at this point.
You like when you bowl and you know what's going in the gutter, you're just like, I'm already pulling that one back. I'm already that
It just
felt bad.
turns around. I'm pulling it in. Fuck this shit.
All right, the
One of
shot.
these days.
There is an empty ballista in front of you.
Well, I guess I'll reload it then.
Alrighty.
Best I can do. All right.
Okay, no wind
You can
change.
come down here on the hooks with me, man.
You don't want to do that.
Cade.
Best I'm gonna do. All right. Too bad for him.
Cade, anything for you?
Someone else can get body slammed.
No,
I
you,
would,
you
but
take
I
it
would
so
end
well.
up. I would end up a stain on the side of the ship.
Well, I'm
We
getting close
skipped
to that.
the. Oh,
Some
wait.
twigs sparking.
Sorry. We
Yes.
brushed right
Great.
past the fish, but the fish needs to make another con save.
Oh, thank you. Yes, it does. And it fails again. Oh, wait. Let me check that.
14.
Oh, no, it passed. It's kinda
Okay, so it
crazy.
takes half. Hold on, I'm like not tight.
Thank you for
take
remembering
6 more radiant.
6 more. All right.
Okay. Is it still within Moonbeam?
It's. I think at this point. Well, no, because the ship moved, and so it's repositioned, so that it's no longer on its head, but it's still hitting it. I think because now
Okay.
it's being pulled along now again.
Cool. So the people that are up top with me, are they just observing?
Yep.
Can I like quickly just be like, one of you mind keeping the coal straight just real quick?
There is a dwarf who's got a peg leg and an eye patch and a parrot on his shoulder, and his armor is just bright reds and yellows and greens, and he just kind of nods as he steps forward and takes the
How
helm
is
from
that
you.
not the captain? How can this man be on a pirate crew and not just be immediately promoted to captain?
He's the one that they put at the helm during a battle to look like the captain, so that
There
attacks
was over to
target
shoot
him.
at him.
Ah, that's smart.
Okay. So Cade's gonna say that, and then really quickly run down the stairs, and then oh, what do we got? Okay. Is Tove the Schultz? Is anyone within 30 feet of me injured?
I don't
No.
think so.
No, just Sindri.
Is technically.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll say isn't that's the only one.
So I will throw, because Sindri's outside my 30 feet, I will give him a bonus action healing word.
Alrighty.
And then my chalice will go to Iz. I would have liked to have done it reversed, but Sindri is more than 30 feet away from me.
Okay, so healing word to Sindri, chalice to Iz.
I'm sure Iz is quite happy to accept your challenge.
Oh, okay.
He'll always take a sip.
Wow.
Roll 20's being a bitch. Okay, I'll just roll it.
Roll 20 really does not like you.
I don't know why. I honestly need to just like get rid of this account and like make a new one. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and upcast it. So we'll do second level, so it's 2d4 plus 4.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, that rolled terribly. You get 7 more health. And maybe pull yourself back. And then is
I got another round.
No, stab it. You got this, I believe.
Is gets 8.
Alright.
That was my
Okay.
bonus action. Action. Oh shit! I wasn't prepared for that. Actually, you know what? We're gonna say action. I actually sprinted up further, and we're going to flip the healing. Sindri, you get 8, and Iz gets 7.
Okay.
Because we'll say I ran up far enough that Sindri was at 30 feet of me.
Now I might survive one hit.
Can you move up with a bonus action?
What?
Can you move with a bonus action?
No, I'm saying I took my action to dash, and then bonus action.
Bonus action was the
word.
healing word, and then chalice triggered off that. Got it. Cool.
Yeah,
Got
yeah, and then chalice is just an automatic reaction.
All right, Sindri, you are up.
I'm gonna do another big stabby stab.
Go for it.
As it's been working well so far.
You had gotten that last bardic inspiration.
Oh yeah. Does 14? I don't think it does.
14 doesn't hit.
So,
A 16 does though.
man, 17 does. Excellent. As I remember the words of the other small folk.
Word. Go on, kill it.
Let's see if he can do it.
Yes, the words of my people. I stab and try to take out its side. Let's see. Aww, my giant might only won.
Oh no.
No, only
Rolled
22 damage.
No, it's so sad.
Only slightly above average on this 4th hit.
And you've got a bobber.
Alright, and then we are action surging and bobbing.
Okay.
It's a deadly fucking combo.
Yeah. Alright, that's a 20
That'll
to
hit. Yeah. So that's a
And that's a
D6
D6?
plus your strength.
Yeah. Alright, so 7 piercing damage. As on my offhand, I take it and throw it into its tail. Like, ha!
And you
Alright,
guys
no,
have
I'm
3
big.
bobbers into this thing. Tove will go ahead and aim, and that brings us to Roland.
Alright. Roland, seeing Sindri getting smacked about on the side of the ship, is just going to lean over, look down at him, and say, "Good shot! Keep it up!" And give him a healing word.
Nice.
It's gonna be real sad because it's gonna one-shot me anyways. It's gonna just one-shot me anyways.
2 stamina.
All of us together have not healed 1 attack from this thing.
I just
And I'm not
expended
having damage anymore.
half of my magical energy for the day to give him 2 points of healing. And then
Very nice.
Run over to this ballista, crank it around, and fire it off at the tail.
All right. Go for
So
it.
at advantage,
At advantage.
+3.
+3. With 3/4 cover. Actually, No, it's at the tail. It's a straight shot.
Yeah. Okay. So add advantage +3. I'm just going to, because this will be easier, I'm going to click advantage and throw a dagger.
Yeah. Same roll.
Kills.
We'll add 3 fucking shit on a stick.
Oh.
You have to stay. You can't do ranged attacks.
Rest in peace, dagger.
You can't.
He even
Just jump off the
dagger
ship.
They tried
attack.
to lie to roll 20, but they knew. It knew.
Roland is on the wrong side of the boat. Roland landed to the wrong side of the boat and went.
He tried to pull the ballista around the other way and just didn't quite get it all the way, and it just fires right before it hits the tail, and then a splash on the other side. Unfortunately, a miss.
Hey, I was gonna take that shot. Did you hit it?
Yes.
Lie to him.
Walk away.
Boko, you're up.
Actually, no, he's gonna walk back this way and get closer to like. Well, I can't get quite that far. No.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna have a better chance at this. I don't have any more bobbers or anything to throw. My swivel gun is loaded, but I think this might be more consistent damage if I can land it. Boko's gonna lean over the edge, like directly above this thing, put the prosthetic out, and all the vines peel back off of it, and he's gonna fire a jet of this purple caustic fluid off onto the creature and see if he can coat it with some acid.
Okay.
Delicious.
And hope this sticks, because this is the last spell I've got.
DC 14 dexterity. Is it half on a success?
I
he
believe.
failed. So it's all 6.
Let's go.
And it sticks.
Ooh. Keeps doing 2d4.
At the start of each of its turns.
Okay.
And every time it does anything, it takes 1 damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It takes
And Moonbeam.
damage at the start of each of its turns. We can just sit back on the center of the ship and let everything else go.
I mean, with my crit, we could have just disengaged and let it run away until it dies. Like, that literally would be a winning strategy.
We should honestly get some distance on this thing now, though, because it is beating the fuck out of all of us this close.
Clyde,
No, just Sindri.
Clyde, what are you
I
doing?
got 1 hit left. I can take 1 more hit, and it's going to be the best hit.
Alright, Clyde's gonna load the ballista.
Okay.
Sindri, is your arm still up, or is it down?
Sindri, did you do a blade ward?
No,
I think he's
I
out.
did not.
Okay.
No, I only have 2. 2 have been used.
Okay.
In 1 more level, I'd have 3.
If you ever
You should
get
probably heal that poor man.
It's
I
fine.
did, okay? I spent half of my magical energy.
Alright, I can
on healing
spare.
him.
I can spare
Clyde.
1 more for him. He gets 6 more.
Okay. We're gonna pump him up. Oh man.
That's the reason that I don't think all the healing is going to make me survive 1 hit anyway. I think it's
At
all
this point,
like,
it might.
I believe.
All
it's
right.
getting close that it's a maybe.
So Constitution save. Ooh, I think it failed that one. Yeah, it did fail that one. So it'll take the full damage from Moonbeam.
And it will
And it's
have the acid.
Tuesday. Roll up some D&D.
Go ahead and give me 2d4, Boko.
Wait, that's not mine.
Oh, 5 and 8.
I was like, how did I roll 8 on 2d4 and nothing's green?
You're rolling really good.
288.
Oh, now it's time for Iz to shoot it with this pocket pistol and kill it.
Wrong campaign. But that did cross my mind. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, it is his turn.
Exactly.
Oh.
He's gonna shove somebody.
I can't. It's his turn.
Ballista's loaded.
The ballista's loaded.
Yeah.
100%. Let's
Did it
go.
not do its turn then?
Oh yeah, it does need to do its turn first. But it is Tank is
like, am I
still
gonna die?
alive.
Liz,
It is still alive.
chalice. Woke up to
okay.
a loaded
Okay.
ballista.
To
It
Sindri.
steals the kill again.
Oh, I think, does that hit? What is Sindri's AC?
16.
Oh, it's 16. It just hits.
Yeah, okay. Using my last second level.
No.
Yeah, second level spell for Silvery Barbs. Reroll that.
Okay. It does still hit.
Ah, you mother.
It
Give me
rolled,
advantage.
it rolled really low to miss.
Yeah, I figured.
Did the second one roll higher than the first? I'm curious.
Yes.
Okay.
Give your advantage, Clyde.
I'm gonna give it to Sindri. Smash this.
So he can die.
Oh gosh.
Unconscious.
Alright, as the fish rams into Sindri, you see this like makeshift room that he's been. Oh, did he crit on me?
He didn't crit.
Oh.
He just rolled really high.
Oh, this is fantastic. I'm so happy. This is going to be great. So as it rams into Sindri, a rune on his chest like begins to glow, and it's kind of shaky, and Sindri quickly yells out, "Teleport!" And as it runs in, this cloud forms in front of his chest, and suddenly Iz gets body slammed by the whale. So,
Can you paste the effect for me?
Are you trading places with Iz?
Nope.
Are you within 30 feet of
I'm just
Iz?
moving the path. I'm in with 30 feet.
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
No.
I was hoping it was a crit. I've been waiting for a crit, but
That's what Iz gets for trying to steal the kill.
Nicholas, I love you.
Oh no, dude! Not like this.
Iz is just standing there, and a small cloud appears in front of him, and through it he sees the shape of the whale, and it just snaps him in the chest.
It doesn't say you have to see the creature. That's crazy.
No, this thing
Okay.
is broken to shit. It's great.
Okay, so as
It's only one use.
there is this
I was
light,
waiting.
there is this
That's why I
light
said I
in
could take
his
one more
eyes
round.
as he sees this creature start to get damaged, and he takes a step forward towards the loaded ballista, and this apparition of clouds appears, and this whale's tail just slams out towards him, and he takes 37 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh shit.
Oh, his last thoughts are, oh, sure sucked to be that guy.
He's not dead. He is just knocked backwards out of that. And Jasira, it is your turn.
Fire that ballista!
As Iz
Y'all
is
didn't
knocked
believe I could
prone.
get it down, but I could.
Actually, hold on. I gotta get to the lightning of the creature's turn, and then it'll be your turn.
Oh, that was great.
Oh gosh, that was brilliant though. Okay, it's
I
Cease
was
Boko,
really
so
hoping
it'll
it
go
was a
for.
crit. I was like, please crit on me. That's all I want.
Okay, that is 12 points of lightning damage to Boko, and I need a dexterity saving throw from Jasira.
Oh, what?
A dexterity saving throw from you?
Oh,
12 points of
no.
lightning.
Okay, let me see.
I am
Dex.
a fucking living lightning rod here, guys.
Whoa, garbage.
How's it feel?
Does not pass, so Jasira, you take 17 points of lightning damage, and it is your turn.
Return it. Return it.
Hold on, I think that's about half. Yeah. So does Iz not get to go then after that?
Iz got hit by the tail and got launched backwards and tossed prone, so
Right.
he did not make it up to is
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure.
He was barely able to stand after that one.
No steal.
Come on, Iz! Alright.
Is he still moving though?
Yeah, he's still alive, but he looks rough. Like that was humbling to him for sure.
I was waiting for a crit, and I was hoping Iz would get just one shot and just out.
You should have used it on
got it blown
Octavius.
up that I can use my dagger in melee.
I don't think Octavius is visible, so I couldn't. Not visible. I don't see Octavius, so I went with the options I had.
Octavius is bound and gagged in the hole, and a whale tail comes out of fucking nowhere.
Well, see, I
The earlier strikes knocked him into the poop chute. He finally makes it out and just gets blasted by a whale.
No,
Whale tail.
One of his chains got stuck, so he's just been like tied.
Oh gosh.
Great.
Okay. Anyway,
No, it's just a
hey,
chain.
we gotta move on. We gotta move on. Jasira, sorry.
Here, we're gonna try this bobber bitch. One more time.
Okay, the last
One more
bobber.
time.
Good vibes, please.
Trying to go for the legendary fourth bobber.
8!
Oh.
Legendarily worse.
Can I donate?
Your average is still 10.
Yes,
Can I donate my inspiration?
Say that.
Can I get the inspiration for having the worst roll 20 dice? Because they.
Can I donate mine?
Sure, why not?
Oh my god. If you roll a 10, I have to leave. I'm sorry.
Boko is just...
That lightning attack that jumped from Boko to Jasira stole a little bit of inspiration.
Boko is smoking, but he looks over at Jasira and tries to muster a smile. Just like...
All right, Jasira, roll it one more time.
Oh my god. I don't even want to look. We're just not gonna look. What the flying fuck? Natural 20!
Of course.
Get up!
What? How else could it have happened? Jasira, how do you want to do this?
So how about this? How about instead of just like launching the bobber, she's like, I am fucking done with you. She's just gonna run and jump over the edge, plow it in, and get it as deep into, like, ideally wherever there's not a bunch of acid. But, you know.
Yeah, there's only
Right
a
up
small
a gill.
Try to
portion.
jab it
that
into
is-
the brain. If
Yeah, you
possible.
just jump straight in and just stab down with this little javelin and end up on the back of this whale. As it pushes deep into it, the whale just stops moving and is passive. And at that, all of the pirates just look around and just like, yeah! And with that, the
For serious
whale...
sake, is it like dead, or is it just now unconscious?
It is technically unconscious.
Can we get a nice little extra punch for good measure?
It's
So I
gonna
can
go
try to
under
murder
those
it?
gills and just jam
What?
it up in there.
It would,
Let me capture this bitch, please. Let me suck up its soul.
It would
That's all I need.
It would take a little bit of time, but if you want to try and carve this away, and basically just like
She's like,
grinding into
don't even
it.
mind me. I'm just gonna.
Working through some things.
Yeah, let her handle.
Again,
And she's
kind
like,
of.
she's like guttural screaming, like, ah! Just first time she's really being heard. Just, you know.
Boko is
Everyone
looking
else is
over the
just
rails
rolling back the
with just
pirates
pride on
going.
his face.
Just going,
Everyone's
don't
like,
mind her,
this-
she's curb happy.
Curb stomping.
Yeah, Agen looks down at Boko, and this pirate with bones all over his armor is just like, that's a bit much for me. As Jasira is just like killing this thing just over and over, stabbing it, and eventually the creature does completely stop its weak breathing. And Jasira, there is this surge of lightning that pulses out of the brain of this creature and wraps over your hand, surging up your arm as you try and pull it into this gemstone. And where do you want to try and attach it to?
Oh. Well, I did just use a ring, so that would be cool. But let me see. We gotta keep my jewelry balanced, you know. Actually, I think I need to use one of my bracelets.
Okay. So it surges into the bracelet and it lights up, creating a smoky looking silvery blue gem in the center of it. As you grab onto the cable and climb back up as the other pirates move to attach this creature on and lash it to the ship as it is unmoving. And you get pats on the back as all of you are now given drinks of water and hearty cheers. And you hear loud above all of them as that tall, immense, gray-skinned figure with the white hair steps up and is just, "Crew, to Draglorn!" And everyone gives out a hearty yell as they move forward with your success as you tie up the creature and the ship. Yeah.
So while Jasira is like going to murder town, Cade's gonna walk over to Iz, who I'm assuming is like still on the ground.
Yeah, he's like bracing
Just
himself.
looking at the clouds like, what?
And none of the other
Everyone
pirates
else
have
is
looked.
cheering Iz just body.
Yeah.
Cade's gonna put a boot on his chest and just be like, you know, I think this is a good look on you.
Yeah,
And then
down.
I'll cast Cure Wounds with my boot on his chest.
You're not the first woman to tell me that she likes me down below.
And then I'll also send I'll send the chalice healing to Sindri as he climbs back overboard.
Alrighty.
So, remind me, what's the fishy's name again?
It's a cloudburst whale.
Cloudburst whale, that's what it was.
Sindri, you get another 7 healing. and Iz gets 5.
So with that and with the victory of this creature, the ship is pointed towards Traglorn, and whatever waits on that isle as they go to sell off their beasts and re-provision for the journey. And we'll go ahead and wrap things up there. I think will be a fitting moment. And we'll go ahead and close out with a little exposition on this one as we wrap up this, and hopefully next time get into the events and you guys can experience Traglorn for the first time and hear a little bit more about what you have planned for the future. Alrighty, let's see, where is my... Oh, I probably don't have that one anymore. It's alright, we'll just read through it. So, heart pounding, her breath catching hot and shallow. Ellie, come back. The words of her mother still ring in her ears. She always hated that name. Now the streets called her, and their voice was something far more alluring. But her mother's words weren't the only thing that were pushing her. Those bullies that were chasing her, trying to get what was hers. Elle wouldn't let them have it. She'd find some way to fight them or outrun them or something. And there they were, suddenly rounding the corner and ending her short respite. 3 of them, about twice her size, yelling after her as they waved through the crowd. Elle braced herself and broke out into a sprint. She was faster than them, so it helped, but the crowd was dense and she turned the corner, running straight into one of them, sending her sprawling across the ground. That was just the jump they needed, and now they were upon her, surrounding her and preparing to take a swing. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of The 12. We look forward to seeing you next time. As this community goes a bit insane with everything that's happening with the OGL and other things, please always remember to love each other and enjoy all the wonderful things that this game does bring. We always enjoy hanging out and having a good time here, so we appreciate the time that you guys spend to come and watch what we have to show. We'll be here again next week at the same time, so we'll see you then.